Hoff here. Welcome to Hoffcast. How are you all doing tonight, bosses? This is episode 179. Daddy's home. Now, hopefully, we're going to get the quality of this thing right tonight. We're going to have great audio quality, great video quality. It's all going to look and sound amazing. And I'm not going to have to watch this back later and be like, crap, something didn't sound right. So we'll see how it goes. We'll try to get through it, and I want to thank you all for being here. It is looking and sounding good so far. Episode 179, Daddy's Home. It is currently January 19th, 2025. I am coming live from Columbus, Ohio, where it is bitter cold, and I don't do the cold anymore, man. Not a fan of the cold. I am wearing a heated jacket right now, literally, and so that's where I'm at with it. Let me see here what's going on. Make sure everything's going well. So, yeah, we're going to have a fun show tonight, everybody. Cheers to that. Cheers to that. All right. Why aren't my comments coming up on here? I'll be right back. I'm going to back out and come right back in, bosses. Give me just a second. No, maybe I just click new comments. Oh, there we go. Don't need to do that. Look at us. We are really getting this together nowadays. Okay, cool. Awesome. All right. So, yeah, it is cold here in Columbus, Ohio, and I'm not a fan of that at all. My dog's, she's right over there. She's half husky, so she doesn't really mind it too much. But I do. Like, I'm out there for like, I don't know, 5 minutes, and I've got stuff running out of my face, and then it's freezing to my mustache. And it's just not a good time for me. And then like my feet get really cold. And even with the heated jacket, like your fit, like it messes with my sinuses real bad. So, and the whole week's supposed to be pretty cold here, like negative degrees and whatnot. Let's see what is it right now. Let's see what this is saying right now. It says it's 15 degrees, but feels like -2 with the wind chill factor. So cool. It feels like -2 outside. That's what I would have guessed. You know, I was thinking if hell is supposed to be hot, man, like they're doing it the wrong way. Because my hell would be like where I'm at right now, frozen wasteland. Where like every step, I don't know if it's going to be my last, where I just slip and break my tailbone or pull a muscle that it's never going to come back because I'm in my mid-30s, and that's what happens nowadays. It's scary out there, you know, driving. Every time you go out there, car covered in snow, you're brushing the snow off while it's snowing, and it's still covering your car. It's like that, you know, when they say in hell, you just be shoveling coal in hell. You know, that's kind of what it is. Shoveling snow in Ohio. Welcome to hell. Cheers, bosses. We are going to have a fun show. Look at this new setup. I know we've had the camera and stuff for a minute, but I realized last week that my microphone sounded a little distant. So I've got a makeshift desk right now. We'll see if I get something better later, but I got a keyboard here. I got the microphone right in front of my mouth, so you're getting direct. I might have even had it on Omni last week on my settings, which that's not the right setting. You need to have it on cardioid, so it only picks up the front, not everything around it. But yeah, it really sounded like I was in an echoing, like a cathedral, and yeah, my ceilings aren't that high. But so yeah, we got the desk, we got the microphone, we got the mug, the Hoffcast mug. Yeah, check out the merch in the description box below. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button for me. Make sure you're subscribed if you enjoy the show, because, you know, they've been unsubscribing people. I do have to say, as of right now, I mean, this could change within 30 seconds, but as of right now, we are at the highest number of subscribers we've ever been. So if they say if you ain't growing, you're dying, and we're growing right now, at least a little bit, I guess. You know, we're not in the negatives, so that's cool. Cheers to that, man. Here we're going to be talking a lot. We got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. Some of the issues I hope to get to, just to give you a just like a little rundown of the show, a little docket. We're going to be talking about, of course, Trump's inauguration. I'll get into that in a minute. bring up Zuckerberg. We'll talk about the TikTok stuff a little bit, though I don't know much about TikTok, so I'm probably the wrong person to talk about it, but I'll give you my thoughts like they matter. If you're watching the show, hopefully you like my thoughts, but or you just like to hate watch and be like, screw that guy. But anyways, and then I got a lot of other fun videos to show tonight, and it's gonna be a great show. So make sure you stick around, and probably, most likely, towards the end of the show, I'll put an invite in for anyone I know. Jim, of course, you're invited to, if you'd like to swing by and chat with Hoff for a little bit on the show. That'd be cool. Only rule is I got to know who you are. I can't let any strangers on. I got to at least met you once backstage or something, so that's the only rule on that. Of course, I'll reiterate that later. Once again, thank you all for being here. Hope you're having a great day. Happy New Year. Can you still say that? It's the 19th. Can you still say Happy New Year? Well, tomorrow it's going to feel like a new year. Because, bosses, let's get right into it. Tomorrow is the day that all of America's dreams will come true for you. It is the day where things change and balance is restored to the force. Tomorrow is a day where doves will fly and angels will sing. Tomorrow is a day where you will see flags flown and people smiling and clouds parting. You will see, hopefully, at least in Columbus, Ohio, I hope. But you will hear whispers in the wind of love once again. You will think that you just saw a fairy, but out of the corner of your eye. But you're not sure if you really saw the fairy or not. But I believe it was there. Tomorrow, January 20th, the day for America to be reborn again to what we should have always been to begin with. Cheers to that, bosses. And that was my little speech there. Speaking of the bosses, let me say hi to them real quick here in the chat. What is up, Jim? How you doing, boss? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Of course, we got Big Buds here. How you doing, brother? Hope you're doing safe. You still any drones? Give me a drone update if you're still watching, man. Give me a drone update. Yeah, it's cold. He's saying it's cold out there. He's giving a weather update. I'll take that too. Yeah, 4 inches of snow. It just snowed here a little bit. Luckily, I don't think it's supposed to snow again for a minute. But yeah, that changes by the minute. So who knows? I didn't even think it was supposed to snow today. They get me. They get me good. Those liar meteorologists, dude. I kind of wish that I had went into meteorology. I think I've said this before on the show. I kind of wish that I went into meteorology because it's a job you never have to be held accountable for. You just got to show up as long as you're dressed in a suit and your hair is looking nice. Give me a suit. My hair's already looking nice. I can lie about the weather all day. Give it to me. There's this guy from back home where I grew up, meteorologist. His name's Tony Cavalier, very famous back in the down the tri-state area, and WSAZ. And everyone calls his nickname is Tony Cavalier. And I didn't make this up. Old ladies made this up, all right? But I'm just telling you his nickname. And he's also kind of famous for allegedly rumors that he did sort of a Richard Gere thing with gerbils, if you know what I'm talking about. That was a rumor that was going around. And I think maybe people just started that because they got sick of him lying about what the weather was going to be. So we got Outlaw Bill. How you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Let's see here. Jim says, cheers with hot chocolate. Cheers. Whatever you're drinking, cheers. I'm drinking dirty water tonight. Celebrating America's dreams coming true tomorrow. Jim says, we're at 31. Won't be back above freezing until Thursday afternoon. Yeah, that's... Dude, 30... I wish we were at 31 right now. I figured out that that the weather needs to be at least my age for me to be comfortable. So the older I get, the colder I get. Is the way the scale is going. Clearly. So like by the time I'm 50, it's gotta be, I'm moving to Florida, baby. I'm gonna be a Florida man in the news. Ohio man now becomes a Florida man. Let's see here. And Jim says, your show, say what you want. I do, man. I mean, I try to keep it, I try to keep it more PG nowadays, to be honest with you, just so, it's more people would want to watch it. And I just mean PG by not using so much language, like bad language. And that's not just on the show. That's in my life as well. That's in my real personal life as well. I try to cut back on the language. I mean, I haven't, since I became a reborn again Christian, I've never, I think maybe once or twice unintentionally did the Lord's name in vain. And then I asked for forgiveness. And that's a good habit that I think I kicked. And I'm not saying everyone's got to do it. It's just my own personal beliefs. I'm not here preaching. Just saying you're not going to hear me use that kind of language on this show. Cheers, bosses. Jim says in 13 hours and 38 minutes, we will be unburdened by what has been. Absolutely. I mean, I thought Kamala was back at it again, saying some stuff, wasn't she? Wasn't there a video of Kamala somewhere doing some crazy stuff? Yeah, let's see what's going on here with this. Oh, boy. Hopefully this is the last time we watch Kamala on this show. I apologize, bosses. Let's check this out here.
Okay. I'm taking pictures now.
Oh, that's that's her. Isn't that her husband? That everyone says is gay, probably.
Right this way.
Just, we're going to continue getting work done until Monday, and then I'll keep you posted. Thanks, everyone.
Good riddance. Okay, that was way less painful than I thought it was going to be. Let's see what else is going on. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, yeah, I want to say, what's up, Papa? How you doing, brother? Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you, man. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're excited for tomorrow. I know the Hoffcast family are pretty. If you're an American, you're excited for tomorrow. What's going on? Let's check this out.
Oprah herself. Oprah, she'll interview you if you pay her $1 million too. Yeah, it's a low fee of $1 million to sit down with Oprah Winfrey. Apparently, that's what the Harris campaign paid her production company, she says. And for that, you know what you get? You get Oprah yelling at you. Kamala Harris! Why are you doing that? Calm down, madam. Didn't work out for her either. But of course, the fakest person involved on that side of the aisle was the woman at the top, Kamala Harris herself. Thank you, who pretended that she wasn't the border czar, who pretended that she was middle class, who pretended that she was smart. And the American people did not buy it.
Sorry to pause. Brutal. Look at this lady in the back with the red sequin jacket with 45 and 47. That's pretty sick.
Every time you turned around, this woman was doing something faker than the last, right? Her like fake Jamaican accent, her fake Eastern European accent, her fake Spanish accent. It was like spending a day at Joe Biden's southern border. Nonstop, right?
Dang, this is a roast.
We gonna win. It's not how it went, right? But my favorite was the preacher accent. Joy cometh in the morning. She wasn't wrong about that. It came at about 1:22 a.m. on election night.
Nice.
When the election was called for Donald J. Trump.
We were live on Hoffcast, and we were in disbelief a little bit because we were expecting about like 3 o'clock for it to be 3 a.m. for it to be like, hey, Turns out there was a ton of votes dumped. You know what I'm saying? Jim says her hubby likes babysitters, allegedly. I appreciate the allegedly in there, buddy. You know how we play around here. But yeah, I don't really want to see Kamala anymore. Hopefully we don't have to hear from her. Hopefully she runs again, though. I mean, I wouldn't mind if she ran again. It'd be an easy victory. JD Vance versus Kamala. I mean, come on. It doesn't get any easier than that. They can't run Newsom now, you know? I mean, unless they think we're dumb enough to forget what happened now in 4 years or whatever, or 3.5 years. But I don't think the people of California without their homes are going to forget that. And I don't know if that's enough. And I shouldn't be saying things like, hey, I hope the people losing their homes makes them wake up enough to change their minds about the way they vote. I just hope that's a good byproduct of it. And but I hope more than anything else that everyone's doing as well as they possibly can. And I know it's the travesty. We talked about it all last episode, but I just want to reiterate that my heart goes out to those people, and I don't want to see anything like that happen to anybody. That is not the attitude we promote here on Hoffcast. So, but if it does change your mind and things change out there for the better, then hopefully that is a good byproduct or whatnot of things. So you gotta take any kind of good with the bad, I guess, you know. So that's just the way I'm looking at it. But who knows? Maybe they'll forget. Maybe the people out there will forget in a few years, or maybe they'll just move out of the state. I don't know. I would at this point, if that's the way it's being run out there. You know what I mean? Speaking of, like, while we're on the subject, then we'll get back to excuse me. Then we'll get back to the Trump stuff here. And that's not going to be the whole episode is Trump stuff. I promise that's not going to be the whole episode. But we have a lot of fun stuff to look at today for sure. But this one, just while we're on the subject of the whole thing, I'm sure you guys have probably seen this, but if you haven't, yeah, I got some words to say about this. It says Bill Burr goes full saying California leadership have done a great job with the fires. And man, he has been getting roasted, like wildly roasted for this, man. Like it's insane. Like I've seen so many people everywhere just being like, well, yep, we knew he's been woke for a long time, but now this is a new level of like, and don't get me wrong, I'm a big Bill Burr fan, or used to be. I still like his old stuff. The act is getting a little bit old though. You know what I mean? Like he's getting real predictable with this stuff because he doesn't take any chances anymore. Like you pretty much know. Every now and then he'll go on SNL, which he shouldn't. Like I don't know. I don't really trust anyone who goes on that unfunny show, but it goes on there. It goes on Jimmy Kimmel, of course. Of course, this is a clip from Jimmy Kimmel. You know he's on the wrong side if he's going on Jimmy Kimmel. Of course, he's with Netflix and Disney and everything. So let's check this clip out. You've probably seen it already. If not, here. If you like Bill Burr, sorry to see one of your heroes die a slow death.
It's very good to see you. I heard you had to evacuate your home.
Yes. Like most people, I had to. I got lucky, you know, the winds moved, but, you know, the fire was coming and all that stuff. So I feel lucky.
Are you guys back in?
And I think everybody did a great job.
Yeah.
Unlike the internet, you know?
Yeah, right. I know. It's right.
Yeah. Oh, my God. All of these fire experts. Why didn't you just fly a helicopter into the ocean? And then just, I don't know, because there was 100-knot winds.
See, the voice, he does that voice. That's like a shtick right there. Zombie Box, what's up? How you doing tonight, bud? Good to see you. I hope you're having a good evening. But he does that like mock voice now. And that's like, he's got 3 voices. And he used to have like just a couple more, I think. But that's really just does that like mocking voice a lot now. He just makes fun of people because he thinks he's so much better than everybody else. You know? Because he's got a black woke wife. I mentioned this on a Hoffcast before, but years ago, I had a fight with his wife on Twitter. And I'm not going to lie, she kind of won that fight. She's brutal. Yeah, she's very brutal. She's a very mean woman. And I had to back down because I was like, dang, I don't want to mess with someone that mean, that cruel. I was like, geez, so I lost the fight against Bill Burr's wife. I have to admit that. She's a very vicious woman, and I see why he's in check all the time.
You want to do that? You want to do that at night, you lunatic?
How are you?
This was definitely mismanaged.
That's a big word we're hearing now.
Mismanaged. Like some idiot on the internet knows how to manage the worst fire in LA, sitting there in his underwear. You know what?
This is the same Bill Burr who is like, if the TV tells me to wear a mask, I'm wearing a mask. You know?
Looking at the footage on the internet, I have determined that this here was mismanaged.
You don't have to look at anything. You just know that the firefighters, they said that there wasn't enough water. You know, they were using milk and beer to put out fires. Do you think that's well managed, Bill? I don't think so, buddy. I don't think so. But you just want to get in good with all the graces of all the TV networks and the big shots and whatnot. Kind of makes me sick to even see him anymore compared to how much I used to like the guy. You know what I mean? I used to really like him. I've seen him live twice. He was great both times I saw him live. Lost a fight to his wife on Twitter, you know. And I see why he's in check. What is he wearing, a turtleneck? Who does he think he is? Like, dude, he used to make fun of Steve Jobs for wearing a turtle. Is he wearing a turtleneck?
Didn't you just fly a helicopter?
He used to make fun of Steve Jobs for wearing a turtleneck. Like, look at him now. Oh, big shot Bill out here. Oh, big shot Bill. Oh, brutal. Being a woman's the hardest job, they say. What about being a roofer, a redheaded roofer in the summer? Brutal. Now, while women are just bending over at the hips, putting in DVDs. Brutal. Yep.
Copter into the ocean, and then just I don't know, because there was 100 knot winds.
But anyways, he's entered into the realm of like people who is on The View, you know, and yeah. And Jim says he gained some weight. Yeah, he's looking a little bit. He's got that big round head. His head's almost a full circle at this point, you know. And I don't like to shame people for their weight. I really don't. You know what I mean? That's not something I really do here on Hoffcast, but it is noticeable for sure. No doubt about that. He's got the dad bod going, you know. He's got the Disney dad bod. But anyways, yeah. Has he been on The View yet? When's he gonna go on The View and start agreeing with people? You know, like that's the next step for him, agreeing with the ladies on The View. Anyway, well, last thing about the fires here, and then we'll move on. Sorry, I have to show this. Be doing a disservice if I didn't. So this one's Gavin Gruesome smiles and does a shimmy dance. I love it. He does a little sachet, you know, when talking about speculators buying burnt properties in LA. And this is the disgusting part about it all. And I can't stand this guy. I hope he gets his one day, bosses. Like, you know, I hope he gets his comeuppance. I don't know what it is, but I hope he gets his comeuppance one day. And, you know, I don't like to wish bad on people, but this guy is just like a complete scumbag, a complete opportunist. And who knows, you know, I hinted last week about theories of, and I can't go too far on these things, but allegedly, I don't know if these weren't planned by some means for intentional reasons. Some people are saying they could be planned because they want to install 15-minute cities into LA in the greater areas of California. And that's the reason why they think possibly, you know, things were going on in Lahaina and Maui, Hawaii, and the reason why you see them happening in these liberal Democrat populated areas, these things. And of course it was they know these things are inevitable, but they are manageable, much like Trump was saying about cleaning the forest floors and everything. But yeah, Tracy, how's it going? It says Gruesome Newsome. I don't even have to type Gruesome Newsome anymore. It just comes right up. Good to see you, Tracy. Hope you're having a good one. Let's see. Zombie Box says, why does talking about Bill Burr, I think you're talking about Bill Burr. He says, why does he let his wife control him Women belong in the kitchen. That's why God placed eggs and milk in their body. Ah, that's a good joke. That's a good joke. But I love women around here. I respect women here on Hoffcast. Yeah, gruesome is I think you're talking about gruesome. So maybe Bill Burr, but he says he's a smarmy bastard. Either way, it applies to either or Bill Burr or Gavin Newsom. But welcome all. If you're watching right now, hit the old thumbs up button for me if you're enjoying the show. Appreciate it. We have a lot to do tonight. Like, we've only just begun. And my voice, like, my sinuses are all bad, so I can't really sing too well tonight, but I'll sing a little bit for you. I don't mean I'll sing songs. I mean, I'll have fun with sing song. And, I like to do that. I like to do that. Yep. All right. So anyways, yeah, we have a lot tonight, but let's check this video out of Crazy Newsom. Dude, whenever I saw the title of this, sometimes VidMax can be a little hyperbolic or embellishing, Sometimes they undersell it. If you happen to catch a something is more gruesome than Newsom on there. But this, he really does like I'll just let you watch it yourself. I'll just let you just take a look.
The myriad of issues. I was just talking to Josh Green, the governor of down in Hawaii, who had some ideas around some land use concerns he has around speculators coming in, buying up properties and the like. So we're already working with our legal teams to move those things forward. And we'll be presenting those in a matter of days, not just weeks.
What? No, hold on. No, go back. We go back. We want to watch that again.
We're dealing with a myriad of issues. I was just talking to Josh Green, the governor of.
See, look at that. Like, look when it was like, it reminds me back during the COVID days, whenever you'd see Bill Gates talking about jabberoonies, and he would smile when he'd talk about, like, you'd see that, or the Fauci doing the smiling whenever he'd talk about this kind of like disaster, and the whole time they're thinking about the benefits they're getting.
Green, the governor of down.
Look at this. I'm gonna half speed.
In Hawaii, who had some ideas around some land use concerns he has around speculators coming in, buying up properties. In Hawaii, who had some ideas around some land use concerns he has around speculators coming in, buying up properties. Josh Green, the governor.
Buying up properties. Holy crap. That was way funnier in slow motion. One more time, bosses. This one's for me.
Down in Hawaii, who had some ideas around some land use concerns he has around speculators coming in, buying up properties.
Unbelievable. That's what this show's all about, bosses. That is what this show is all about. That's classic Hoffcast right there, baby. Oh man. Oh dude, just totally just taking swings at these crazy people. Love it. Oh geez, that's creepy. It's creepy in some way, it's creepy in some way. I want to thank Jim. Yep, thank you, Jim. So remember to like, subscribe, and share. I appreciate that, buddy. Also, Zombie Box, hey, says want to help the channel, so for a membership, get a monthly free super chat, give some memberships, custom moves. All the support is greatly appreciated. I think he's talking about his own channel there. Fair enough, but same applies to me. But yeah, go support Zombie Box Reviews too. Make sure you subscribe to him. I like to support the entire community around here, help everyone grow, So if you're here, then I'll shout you out for sure. Appreciate everyone being here. Speaking of people being here, I want to say hi to my man Tony Nasser. What's up, my NASA? He says the way he says properties is like Pauly Shore. Properties. Oh, we's in the Joe's. Properties, dude. The weasel. Yeah, I love the movie Encino, man. Anyways, that was like the last thing I want to do about the fires, I guess, at least for now, unless something else comes up. But we're gonna move on to some other fun stuff here tonight. Oh yeah, because we got a lot going on, a lot to do here. So we gotta roll forward, baby. We gotta roll forward. So let's see what else is going on here. I already have a sort of a plan. So don't get me wrong, I have sort of a plan, but I don't know exactly where I'm going with it yet. So we'll watch. Okay, I lied. I said unless one more thing comes up, we'll watch just a minute of this, just because it popped up here, and I love this man. No homeowners, but I love Tim Dillon and the stuff he has to say about the fires. I mean, of course, he's always spot on, hilarious about everything.
It's going to be fine. Entire swaths of the city are gone. There was no water in the fucking hydrants. Nobody cleared any of this brush. They didn't do any controlled burns. They didn't prepare any of these areas with high forestation, any of this shit. None of it was done. We didn't want to upset a fish. Some tribal elder was like, this fish can't go extinct. The Pacific Palisades Reservoir was offline when the fires arrived. We were completely woefully unprepared for this. The mayor was in Africa. The governor's got on the vineyard he lives in, or whatever the hell he's doing. So the government completely bungled the response to this. It was a crazy high wind day. It could get worse. And now it's probably one of the fires we know, or one or two of the fires was definitely arson.
That's wild.
And if it's arson and it's homeless people, it's either homeless people that are just crazy and lighting fires, which is absolutely possible, or somebody saying, blend in as a homeless person. They won't notice.
Wild.
They won't care.
Look like InfoWars.
It will be like any other day there. By the way, if you were a terrorist group, maybe being funded by a foreign country or not, wouldn't you disguise cells as homeless people? Because in LA, there are so many homeless people. If you wanted to blend in LA, you'd just be homeless. So if I'm a foreign country and I'm talking to my terrorist cells and I go, guys, in order to blend into this society, you must shit on the street and be homeless, and they're going to go, wait a minute, isn't that a tell? Won't we get arrested immediately? Won't that give us away? I go, no. You're the safest people in the town.
Oh, Zombie Box says, well, what would you say? Where is it at? Love your setup. Oh, thanks, man. I really appreciate that compliment, because I've been working very, very hard on bringing you all the best quality content that I can, from the camera angle to the microphone, to the background and everything, making sure the lighting is decent. I've been working very, very hard, because I realized I'm somewhat of a perfectionist. And like last week I was mentioning, I didn't like how the microphone was too far away from my face. I'm sure I'll find something about this episode I didn't like, as I always do. But my dream is to watch one of my episodes back if I'm like wanting to clip it or something, and not be like, crap, I don't like that. That sucks. Oh, dude, I totally messed that up. And no one else ever notices, apparently. Just me. I'm the only one who has a problem with it half the time. But that compliment means a lot to me, that you any appreciation of the work I've been doing. That's cool, man. Makes me feel good. Excuse me. Tracy says illegals, maybe, possibly. I mean, it could be a combination of both. Like, let them in, and hey, we'll give you a couple bucks if you throw some Molotovs, you know. Jim says, and the insurance companies dropped coverage a few months before the fires, allegedly. That's what I heard as well, which is that's kind of a tell, right? You got to watch what these companies do in advance. You can kind of predict things sometimes by watching the stocks and the companies and how that's going. And I don't know nothing about stocks, just to be clear, bosses. So don't think that I'm like some kind of Wall Street raccoon, because I'm not. But I do understand that sometimes, like, do you remember like, no one ever talks about this anymore, but do you guys remember when the Corvid was starting up? Oops, I'm still here. Oops, clicked the wrong thing. Anyways, you remember when the Corvid was starting up, and it was like right before that, few months before that, all these CEOs of companies were stepping down. And who knows how that really benefited them in the long run? I'm not sure. I haven't really heard a big deep dive follow up on that. It was a big thing back then, but nobody even talks about the Corvid much anymore. It's like we kind of forgot about that, unless the news is like, make sure you get your shot this year. You know, that's kind of long gone, and I don't forget about it. I don't forget about it. I don't forget who those people are, and I'll never forget. Because anytime now I'm super paranoid. Anytime they say there's going to be some kind of an illness, dude, there could be a real virus happen. And now I'm so paranoid, and I'm like the boy who cried wolf, that I probably wouldn't make it. Be honest with you. If there was a actual pandemic or a real virus or a real issue out there, I probably wouldn't make it, because I'm so paranoid at this point. They blew their load, and now I'm like, well, I can't trust them. So I guess if it happens, good luck to me, right? Hope I should start eating some vegetables, and yeah, I don't know. Start eating some carrots and some orange slices. Prepare for the worst. But I don't know. Hopefully that never happens. At least while I'm alive. Well, I won't be alive if it goes full circle, right? Anyways, now I'm just sounding like Kamala Harris now at that point. Cheers, bosses. Let's see here. Tracy says, I sure hope Hollyweird wakes up after this. Yeah, well, yeah, that's kind of what I was saying there a little bit earlier in the show. That's kind of what I was mentioning. And she also says there's crazy climate activists. I have a great video on that. Maybe I'll show that next. Great video on that. So yeah, that's gonna be a good segue. Big Bud says, let's not forget about the Diddy evidence that was probably buried. Yeah, well, I think the Diddy stuff is just winding up, honestly. I think that's going to go on for a bit. I don't think that we're even close to the end of the Diddy stuff. And I know people aren't really forgetting about that as far as I'm concerned. But I still see a lot of on X, I still see a lot of Diddy stuff, posts and whatnot. That just might be my algorithm. Zombie Box says, but you told us all to invest in that Hawk 2 of Bitcoin. I did not. I didn't. Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. I don't tell anyone to invest in nothing on this show. I don't tell anyone to invest in anything. I did Bitcoin like 5 years ago, and 4 or 5 years ago, and then one time I tried to get my money out, and it was the worst thing imaginable, is trying to actually retrieve your investments from Bitcoin. Yeah, they'll let you play with your money inside the system all day long. They'll let you add money on a whim. They'll let you switch it from coin to coin, sell this, buy that. But as soon as you want that stuff right back into some cash or something on your bank account, oh, dude, the hoops you got to jump through, the fees you got to pay. I was done with it at that point. I'm like, this is too much for me. I don't like it. I'm paying more than I'm making. And I've got to spend hours putting in passcodes in order to get some cash. So, like, really, the whole Bitcoin thing, if you're not in it to invest in the long run, I don't know what you're doing. Or if you have to be rich to begin with in order to make money on Bitcoin, because you have to drop a bunch on a coin, let it go up a bunch, and then, sell it immediately. And I think that's how the stock market works too. But once again, I'm not an expert on that. Do not listen to me. I am not giving any sort of advice. Zombie Box, I'm not giving advice. I'm the last person in the world to listen to about Bitcoin or stocks. So yeah, just wanted to be clear on that here. If you came to Hoffcast to get to get any tips, insider tips, this is not the place. But if you're here to have some fun, watch some crazy videos and discuss the. I didn't even say the intro to the show. We discuss current events, theories, and laugh at the insanity of the world. That's what we do. Mr. Mackey is here. What's up? He says, well, good to see you, Mr. Mackey. He says, yes, we're on the verge of seeing history happen. Tell me, Hoff, do you also intend to go to a restaurant tomorrow to watch the inauguration, or at the very least have a cold one during it? No, I don't plan to go to a restaurant. This reminds me, Jim's camera at Dawn asked if I was going to do a live stream during the inauguration. I'm actually off work tomorrow. I close work the next 4 days after it, but luckily I'm off work. If I'm up, yeah, I might just do a little hangout live stream. Nothing big, nothing serious, but maybe have like a window up and just me out over in the corner, and we could watch the inauguration and then like pray nothing crazy happens during it, which we'll discuss that a little bit later as well. But you know, there's a good chance I'll be live here during the inauguration. Like I said, it might not be a big setup like this, and it'll just be a hangout. I won't do a lot of talking. Probably I'll probably just be in the corner and make some comments every now and then. So it's not going to really be a show, but a little hangout, and maybe I'll have some guests on or something. We'll see if anyone's around. But yeah, keep an eye open. See if I'm live tomorrow during the inauguration. So cheers to that. Let's see what else is going on here. Awesome one. Good to see you. Welcome to the show. Want to highlight Mr. Mackey there, and then an awesome one. Good to see you. Let's see. Jim says the next big bust will be businesses not renewing building leases, causing a bust in that market. Well, not just that, but I mean, you see, like, even the building I live in is not that old, and believe it or not, it's not my mom's basement, but but the building I live in, I think it was built probably like 25, 30 years ago, and this thing's falling apart, man. Like of course they're not going to renew their leases because they're waiting for them to fall down or there's a fire to happen. You know, they're building these things with no Y beams, Tony, just waiting for them to fall. You know, like Jesse Ventura does with deck. He'll invite the whole town over for tortillas and scrambled eggs, build a deck with no Y beams, and let it fall. Allegedly. But yeah, back to that. Let's check out that video. A reminder of the or that reminded me of the climate change thing, and I got some stuff to say about this. Where are we at here? I'm trying to find this thing. Oh, we got, dude. I got a lot. Oh, dude, this gets me going. And this one in particular is going to be fun. That's right, Tony. Jesse Ventura can hold his breath for 19 minutes. They call him the snorkel scuba. And, you can beat David Blaine at holding his breath. But let's check this one out, bosses. Climate change idiots deface Charles Darwin's grave. All right, first and foremost, when I read this title, I was like, am I on the side of climate change activists? For once? Am I agree? Do we agree on something? Like, screw Charles Darwin? Do we finally agree on something? It was kind of I misunderstood the title. You'll see when you check out the video here. This stuff is just so annoying to me. It's so pretentious. It's so smug. It's so like only rich people do this, dude. I have to make the joke, if all they were spray painting on Charles Darwin's grave is dead, now that would be hilarious. It's like, yeah, no, yeah, of course this is his grave. We don't need it in bright orange spray paint to know that Charles Darwin is dead. No one's thought he was been alive for a while. You crazy people. Now that would have been funny. I could have got behind that, but of course they got to make a point. That's the point. They're not out here to make a joke. Now 1.5 is dead. What could that mean? It looks like Charles Darwin died April 19th, 1882. Did not make it to 420, unfortunately, to blaze up with his pals, you know. But there's always this, anytime you see these videos, there's always this somber, like you can hear a pin drop. Anytime you see them, like they're throwing the cans of Campbell's soup or at the Mona Lisa, or, you know, whatever they're doing, it's always like, it's like a ritual, like a cult thing, like a cult ritual. And, you know, if you're watching Hoffcast, you know, hashtag not a cult here. Not a cult. Oh. And we see the perp. It's like ASMR.
2024 was the hottest year on record.
Yes! We're still freezing out here in Columbus.
We have already passed through the 1.5 degree that was supposed to keep us safe.
Yes!
Millions are being displaced. California is on fire, and 3/4 of all wildlife has disappeared since the 1970s.
Yes! Not to the California fires, but yes to the wildlife. I hate running over deer in my car. I've been doing my best to, you know this, bosses. I've been saying hashtag trash the oceans. I'm sick of this cold weather out here. I'm sick of the snow. I'm sick of the freezing temperatures. I've been doing my best to pollute anytime that I can. Anytime I have a wrapper, I just throw it straight out the car window. You know, styrofoam cup, cigarette butts, beer cans. You know, don't drink and drive, bosses. But if you got it, throw it out the window. You know, let's trash the hell out of this place. Get these temperatures up. I'm sick of it. So already, I'm disagreeing with this woman. I get it, and she almost forgot what she was going to say. She almost forgot what she was going to say. Right there.
That was supposed to keep us safe. Millions are being displaced. California is on fire.
California is not on fire because of this. It's because I think we just watched a video about that. There's theories.
And 3/4 of all wildlife has disappeared since the 1970s. This is Darwin's.
Look at their haircuts. What are they doing? And they're like, she looked over like, this is my, they had this so scripted. She's watching. She's like, this is my cue.
3/4 of all wildlife has disappeared since the 1970s.
What's my line again?
This is Darwin's grave. He would be turning in his grave if he knew that we were in the midst of the 6th great extinction.
There we go. Oh. Dude, they're defacing people's graves that they agree with. Charles Darwin isn't turning in his grave because of 1.5 degrees. He's turning in his grave because you just spray painted it, you dumb bitch. Holy crap, bosses. That's why he's turning in his grave. He's getting high from all the fumes from the damn spray paint. Oh, jeez. Yeah, just stop oil. No, let's frack. Frack, baby. Frack. Drill, baby, drill. Let's
Our
go.
government,
Let's take this planet before it takes us first. That's my motto, bosses.
our government's plans will bring us to 3 degrees of warming. 3 degrees of warming.
Not enough. I want to go up 10.
This will destroy everything we love. World leaders must stop burning oil, gas, and coal by 2030.
Like they said, we'd all be dead by like 2021. We're doing fine out here. We're doing fine as long as there's no arsons and you clean your forest floors. It's going to be okay. But just, hey, I think Darwin's probably turning because you just spray painted him. Which he deserved it. Don't get me wrong. Oh, they're roped off. It's a display. What gives them the right to rope off Charles Darwin's grave and spray paint it? What gives them the right? Tell me, why aren't they being arrested right now? What is happening? I saw a cop. He was like protecting them. This seems like a conspiracy. If you ask me, it sounds like a conspiracy. What gives them the right? I mean, once again, I'm cool with them spray painting Darwin's grave. And I wish they would have just put "is dead." That would have been hilarious. Like left the 1.5 off and just said "is dead." That would have been great. But what gives them the right to rope the place off like that? And vandalize. And everyone's out here taking pictures. What gives them the right to rope this off, film their crimes of vandalization? Because they think they're right? Oh, geez, dude. We are living in a clown world. Look at the chat here for a second. Zombie boxes, what was it with these old lesbians to face and everything? I don't know, man. I don't know. Zombie box also says, isn't she messing up the ozone layer with that spray can? Yes, that's an aerosol can. And yes, that is adding to the hole in the ozone, which nobody talks about anymore for some reason. I wonder why. I wonder if that's still a thing or not. Is it real? Because we were all going to die from that. Like, I remember being in the 90s, my cousin was like, yeah, there's a hole in the ozone layer. I'm like, what's that? He goes, it's the protective atmosphere around our planet that keeps our weather in and ultraviolet rays out. And if the ultraviolet rays come in, we are all going to die from cancer from the sun. We live in a wild world, bosses. Oh, when you say it like that, yeah. Awesome one says, hold on, let me see. Yeah, what about Awesome one says they love animals more than humans. I do too sometimes, though. I'm not gonna lie about that. You know, I try to love humans, but I love my dog definitely more than I love these people for sure. There's no doubt about that. I think she's been making a cameo this episode. I think she's been asleep on the couch as a good girl does. Yeah, she's a very well behaved dog. She's the sweetest. I love her to death. And Tracy says, I'm pretty sure Darwin is burning in hell. Of course he is. Of course he is. Of course Darwin is burning in hell. He's a big reason why a lot of people think the wrong way about things. You see that little Jesus fish? It's got the legs on it, you know? It says Darwin. It's like, oh, that's so blasphemous. Mr. Mackey says, these people are just religious zealots. There's no way around it, and I wish I could say what I would like to do, but these people, you know the rules on YouTube. I appreciate you. Appreciate that, Mr. Mackey, for helping me out over here. All right. Yeah, it's awesome one says it's a religion for sure. I just want to know why they are allowed to do this. If I did something, if I just go down to a cemetery and start spray painting on graves, you know, you're going to see me on the news. Ohio man spray paints graves for no reason. It's because I was trying to warm the planet. It's too cold out here in Ohio. I was trying to save the planet. I was trying to save us all because we're going to freeze out here to death if we don't warm it up. All right, bosses. All right. Enough of that, I guess. It just makes me mad. I just get worked up about that kind of thing, you know? I get a little bit worked up about that sort of thing. Yeah, it was fun. It was a fun little topic there, though. And I want to thank you all for being here with me right now. If you're watching the show, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. I appreciate that. I'm not asking for money. Just go tip me by hitting the thumbs up button. Helps my ego more than you know. Help, and you know, if you're enjoying the show, especially, make sure you hit the thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed, and also, you know, ring that notification bell like Quasimodo, bro. Make sure you hit the all so you know when I'm going live. I might be going live again tomorrow, and I forgot to mention this at the top of the show, but every Sunday is going to be Hoffcast night from here on out. So we will have a schedule once again. So you'll know at least once a week when you can find me. Hoffcast Sunday evenings, probably around like 9 to 10 every Sunday. So, yep, right around there. I tried to go a little earlier tonight. I fell asleep, didn't set an alarm, and I woke up at 6 p.m. And I thought it was, for some reason, it's like, when you ever do that, like you ever take a nap and then you wake up. So when I fell asleep, it was daylight. It was like 3 p.m. and I woke up at 6. And yeah, I just want to take a nap. I've been working hard lately. Anyways, I woke up and it's dark out, and I fell asleep. It was daylight, and I was completely discombobulated. So I wake up and I'm like 6, and I didn't know if it was 6 in the morning or 6 at night there for like 10, 20 seconds. And it dawned on me. I was like, oh, okay. All right. I got to do a show here in a few hours. So time to get the ass up and get moving. So cheers to that, bosses. We are here and we're having a good time. I'm having a good time. Anyways, I'm having a blasty blast right now. We got a lot of fun stuff, a lot more fun stuff to talk about tonight. And also, like I said, we might have if I'll probably put like if any of my buddies, the bosses, want to come by and hang out with me towards the end of the show, or also after the show, I'll put a link up later. I just I gotta know you to let you on. That's the only rule. You've had to been on the show before. I've had to meet you backstage. Those are the rules. Last time I let strangers on, I had a channel taken down. So yeah, I hope you understand why I have to make rules like that. It's nothing personal. If you'd like to be on the show sometime, though, yeah, come by backstage and meet me, and then we'll do it later. You know that you gotta get inducted. Hashtag not a cult. Initiated. That's one of my favorite redneck words, Jeff Foxworthy. Initiate. My wife ate a bag of chips, initiate a hamburger. It's good stuff, man. Good quality, early 2000s, family-friendly humor. Yeah, I miss those days. Anyways, let's see what else is going on here. So let's keep the party rolling here a little bit. Let's keep the energy going. I wanted to show this video I saw earlier. I thought this was absolutely hilarious. Let's get more into what is coming up with the Trump inauguration and everything. Let's get into that topic for a little bit. I did have the title of the show and the thumbnail about that. Oh, real quick, before we go into that, yeah. I just say let's do that first. Yeah, let's do this first. I saw it earlier, and I was in disbelief. I was like, this is where we're at. This is where we're at with it all, and I'm actually kind of cool with it. I'm kind of cool with this. Marco Esquendoles, what's up, boss? How you doing? Glad you're here, man. Hope you're having a good one. I mean, I saw this, and I was like, this is unbelievable, but I'm cool with it. This is Hulk Hogan on Fox News pounding his own beers and celebrating the Trump inauguration. This is where we're at, bosses. This is it, and this is almost like Idiocracy, and I love it.
WWE Hall of Famer Hulk Hogan joins us now after he chugs the beer. How you doing, Hulk?
Hey, cheers, Hulk.
Man, I cannot believe you pulled me out of the party, brother. We got Hogan's Hangout, first night of karaoke. We're drinking real American beer made by real Americans. We got a real American president, brother, and we're already celebrating the inauguration even before it happens because we know we're getting our country back, brother.
We got real American beer. We got real American president. We got real American cocaine, brother.
Wow. We got the pre-party inauguration happening right now. Hulk Hogan, if you're interested, just go find him. He's pretty easy to spot. So tell me, your sense of the country, you've seen a lot, and you've seen a lot of change in the course of your career. Where are we right now as a nation?
Well, I've seen the hills and the valleys, brother. I was around back in the day when we had Robert Kennedy doing our thing. But the way it is now, we hit an
He's got a good buzz going on. You can tell he's got a good buzz.
all-time low. And all of a sudden, when Trump won the election, all of a sudden it was like this dark cloud got lifted off America. Everybody was happy. And all the wah, 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 all the whiners and criers that were out there, they were the ones that created the problem in the first place. America's back on track. We are definitely going to be greater than we've ever been. This is the greatest time to be alive, brother.
Sometimes you need to hit rock bottom.
I like his attitude. This is the greatest. That's what I was saying at the top of the show. All right. That's what I was saying. Doves will fly tomorrow. Angels will sing. You will hear trumpets for Trump. You know? Hopefully not the seventh hopefully not sounding the seventh trumpet, but you know what I mean? But hopefully trumpets of joy. Angels will get their wings. You know, every dog will have its day tomorrow in America. And then, you know, what we have to look forward to, according to Trump, is disclosure on JFK stuff, UFO stuff, the drone situation. He's going to release the January 6th prisoners. I mean, there's a lot of the liberal commies, they're upset about the tariffs. They're like, no, we're not helping China enough. Now that TikTok was banned, they were on some other place for a minute. And they were like, now we're Chinese. All right, we're all liberals. We're all Chinese. We're going to go to China. You know who hates Americans? China. So go to China. See how that works out for you. But anyways, let's see what the Hulkster
to pick yourself back up and to reach new heights. Did the country hit rock bottom? Is that what we're experiencing right now?
Well, it was really close, brother. I was really, really worried because can you imagine if we had 8 years of Kamala Harris? Party over, outdone. See you later, brother. But we didn't get that, man. The people stood up. They didn't like the way things are going, and they voted to make America great again, man. This is the time to be alive.
Are you going to be at the inaugural balls doing your thing?
Well, you know, there's a little birdie that says I might just be there pulling a few shenanigans, brother.
So you and Carrie Underwood, you got Snoop Dogg, Kid Rock. I mean, you talk about a comeback for Donald Trump. This is it.
Brother, we've got main event karaoke going on right here. You should have thrown Carrie Underwood my way. I'm giving away championship belts, plenty of money tonight, and a bunch of real American beer, brother.
All right. Well, the party is wherever
I wish
Hulk
I could be there, for crying out loud. That sounds like a heck of a time.
is. And hopefully the next 4 years is a big party for America because we deserve a lot to celebrate. Any last words from Hulkamania?
All I got to say, brother, is I got my Trump pump back on, and I'm going to be riding dirty all the way to that inauguration. I cannot wait for him to be sworn in, brother. It's a new day. It's a new country, and we're going to make America great again because we got a real American president, brother.
He said he's going to be riding dirty. He's saying he's doing some coke. Oh, allegedly. I'm just kidding. He's probably, I wouldn't call him sober. I don't know. I don't know what that the Hulkster does, man. It's amazing that he's not had a heart attack yet. You know, Macho Man had a heart attack from all of this, all of the drugs, the cocaine, and the steroids, and then the getting real, the press, when you're doing the hype stuff, and you get on there and you're like, oh yeah, we're gonna take down Hulkamania tonight. Oh yeah. And then you got Hulkamania, let's go, brother. I'm gonna drink a lot of beer and we're gonna do some cocaine. It's like, it's amazing that he's not had a heart attack yet, especially with all of his legal problems and everything. It's amazing this man's still standing and he's so he's so happy about the future, so confident, so looking forward to the future. You gotta like that. You gotta like that. You gotta like about the Hulkamania. Let's check this one out. Why not? While we're here. Tracy says, who remembers when Levi's were made here? Let's bring that back. I want my jeans made in America, you know. Was it Lee's or Levi said can't bust them? Hey, I busted a couple pairs of them. Lawsuit. Any lawyers watching out there? You want to go after Lee's jeans? He used to have that, what's his name, Buddy? It was like a baby doll. It was like, do you guys remember those commercials? Or was I having a fever dream? But I think they used to have commercials for jeans. It was like his name was Buddy something. And he'd sell jeans somehow. I don't get it. Dude, there's a lot of weird advertisements back in the day. The Quizno, Sponge Monkeys, we not deserves. There's a lot of weird, they tried a lot of weird things back then. The Dell guy, dude, you're getting a Dell. And he got caught smoking weed and everyone was like, oh, dude, he sucks now. It's like, but we all expected that. And then now in 2025 here, it's like everyone's smoking weed. Give the Dell guy his job back. If you're letting people out of prison who got arrested for smoking or selling weed, then give the Dell guy back his job. All right? Let him get back in. Give him all the back pay for all the money he would have made because of what you fired him for. That's what he deserves. What's his name? Steve? You guys know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about, bosses? What the hell's this guy's name? Steve or something? Everyone's name was Steve back then.
Hello, Mrs. Lindsay. William.
Hello, Stephen.
You're not by any chance computer shopping, are you?
Mm-hmm. If I can get some help.
Well, right now, you can get a complete Dell system with an Intel Pentium 3 processor, plus all of this for just $7.99.
Hold on.
System with an Intel Pentium 3 processor, plus all of this.
You're telling me this guy smokes weed? No way! What a shocker! What a shocker! This guy lost his job for smoking weed. Of course he's smoking weed. There's nobody that hired him. That's because he's a chill dude. He got the job because he's a chill dude because he smoked the weed, and then he lost his job because he got caught smoking weed. Like, you can't have it both ways, Dell. Give the guy his job back. Give him the back pay for all the money you would have given him for his contract that you canceled. All right? I'm sticking up for Steve here. Hopefully he's gotten his pay. Surprised this guy smoking weed. Dude, it's way better than the ShamWow guy beating prostitutes, allegedly. Zombie Box, you don't remember this?
For just $7.99.
Really?
She's intrigued. Excellent. Because right now, you can get free shipping. Unbelievable. And as far as service and support, Dell's won more awards than any other PC company in the last 5 years. It's real easy. Just call or go online. Tell them what you want, and right to your front door comes America's favorite PC.
Thanks, Stephen.
Now you can get
the neighborhood loved
Dell desktop with an Intel Pentium 3 processor and 6 months.
Because he was a nice kid. He wasn't a bad influence, He wasn't a bad influence. He was out there high as balls at a computer shop. High as balls at a computer shop. And he's helping the neighborhood lady choose a computer and get a good deal on it. And this guy, as high as he is, as stoned as he is, knows what's going on. He's a functioning stoner. So how can you blame the guy? Looks like a hard worker. Hygienic, Some stoners out there, they're not hygienic. I get that. But look at this guy. Look at this guy. Oh, Zombie Box says I'm a Brit. Okay, I guess that's why you maybe never seen this one. I get that. Osmo says, dude, you're getting a Hoff. I need a t-shirt that says that with like the Dell logo. But yeah, I mean,
easy to buy, easy to own.
He was a very charismatic guy. Look, he got along. He was kind of peer pressured his younger buddy, maybe a couple times into smoking, but allegedly. But he was a fun guy. And then like let me search Steve Dell, just so I'm getting you guys the full picture here. It's March 1st. Yeah, right here. March 1st, 2003, 22 years ago, nearly. Look at that. Man. Oh, his real name wasn't even Steve. His real name was Ben Curtis. My whole world is shattered. He's 22 years old. Played collegiate slacker Steven. He didn't seem like a slacker to me. He seemed to be real on his stuff. Interesting. 3-month sentence on misdemeanor possession charge. What a shame, dude. That they hired him because of it. They should have bailed him out. They should have paid for him and been like, hey, dude, this is what we're all about. This is why we hired you. We got your back. And no, Dell dropped him like a bag of old moldy tangerines. Unfair. Especially in 2025 when like most of the states have it legalized now. Absolutely unfair to Steve or Ben, whatever his name is. It was all a illusion. Steven. Benjamin's a name. You can do Benjamin. You can do Benjamin. You know, why not? Oh my. All right. What else is going on here, bosses? What else we got going on? Let's see here. Oh, yeah. I cannot believe I did not mention this earlier. I'm not going to go. I wanted to mention this at the beginning of the show, but now's a better time than never. But I was deeply upset about here, let me bring it up here. It was a sad day. January 15th. It was a sad day, bosses. The passing of a genius, David Lynch. And man, like, not every time someone famous passes away, it really hits me, you know? It's pretty rare. This one kind of got to me, man. And I think just because he was just so cherished, I definitely cherish the man. He was a very lovable guy. He was unique and had his own style for sure. He was one of a kind, sort of an eccentric sort of guy. And if you don't know who David Lynch is, obviously, I mean, I'm sure some of you do, but if you don't know, he was a very eccentric guy. But he seemed to have nothing but love in his heart. And he loved to make art that wouldn't tell you what to think. It would allow you to kind of make up your mind about things. And I didn't like everything that David Lynch did, but Twin Peaks is definitely my favorite show of all time. And yeah, man, it's a shame that he passed away. And all I gotta say, man, is rest in peace, David Lynch. The dreamer is now awake. And yeah, man, that's a shame. We won't get any more. You know, I didn't expect to ever see any more Twin Peaks seasons, but now it's completely off the table. And that's a selfish thing to say. It's not, I mean, but I wouldn't know the man if it weren't for his work. So it's just like, yeah, that's what you look forward to. I don't know him personally, but I wouldn't know of him. You guys get what I'm saying. I'm running in circles now. You guys get what I'm saying. Once again, thank you for being here. Appreciate y'all. This is an interesting clip right here that I wanted to show, bosses. Yeah, Zombie Box says King of Surrealism. Absolutely. Awesome one says I didn't know who David Lynch was until yesterday. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Well, definitely go check out some of his stuff. You're not gonna like all of it. I mean, you might. I'm a huge fan. Twin Peaks is my favorite show of all time. That's a drama, not like a sitcom or something. But Twin Peaks is my favorite show ever. And but I don't like I watched Eraserhead in college. Maybe I think different now, but I don't think I would. But I watched that and I was like, this is trash, you know. I haven't seen some of his other movies I need to watch, like Mulholland Drive and Blue Velvet. I hear those are good, but you know, he did the Dune movie back in the day, not the new one. He did the Dune movie back in the 80s, you know. So yeah, rest in peace, David Lynch. His his life will live on through us and his works. So yeah, I need to go back and watch Twin Peaks again, man. It's a ride. If you've never seen Twin Peaks, you're probably thinking, what is that? Like some show about like teenagers, like Dawson's Creek or Malibu's 90210 or whatever like that? No. It's like, it's more like, you can't really describe it. It's like an X-Files, but the closest thing I can compare it to is X-Files, but it's not like X-Files. It's completely different. And there's nothing else like it when it comes to a TV series, period. And I'm not just saying that. I mean, like, you have to see it to understand. There's literally nothing else like it. There's nothing else that's ever been made like Twin Peaks, period. So yeah, if you've never seen it, I would recommend. That's a Hoff recommendation for you. That's my favorite show of all time is Twin Peaks. So yeah, check it out if you've not seen it. I think it's kind of hard to. I don't even know where they stream it. I don't know where it's available. I have the DVDs. I got the big box set. It's pretty rare. It's like a limited edition of 25,000 or something. Comes with all the movies and the seasons and behind the scenes, and yeah, it's pretty sick. But yeah, I don't know where you can stream it. Yeah, Zombie said I wanted season 4. I like that clip when he told off his assistant for telling him the scene was too long. Yeah, he was known for his long scenes for sure. He was kind of like like another one of our geniuses, Mr. Christian Bale.
Oh, good for you. Like this.
Some dogs barking around here. Hopefully you can't hear them. Anyways. Zombie Box says the Straight Story is his most straightforward movie, stripped of all surrealism, which he's known for. Well worth a watch. I've not heard of that one. Thank you for the recommendation. Appreciate it. All right, let's get back into the show here. Let's go to another clip. Again, I appreciate you all for being here. More than you know. If you're watching right now, super appreciate you. Tony says the Twin Peaks Zeta A is coming back on Blu-ray that was advertised for a few weeks before Lynch's passing. Well, that's very awesome, and hopefully it's affordable because it's like $600 now, the edition I own, but mine is numbered. So if you do get these new ones, they're not going to be limited edition numbered like mine. So let me feel special for a minute, Tony. Just kidding, brother. Just kidding, man. Dude, I want that all the time. There's stuff I want that I like, records and albums that I want reprinted. And I'm like, I don't care if it's a reprint. Just let me own it. Just let me enjoy it for the art, what it is. I don't care if it's the original. I'm not trying to pay $600 for the original out here. You know, it doesn't matter to me. It really doesn't. It's cool if you have it and you got it early, but I mean, and that's what I'm saying about mine. But, you know, when it comes to a lot of things like records, there's albums that haven't been reprinted in years. The only way, you know, I collect albums, you can see them, you know, so expensive, $400. Yeah, that's the only way you can get it. I just reprint it, please. I'm going to do a quick intermission. And play this video. And we'll get back. And I might do a little bit more talking and see if anyone would like to maybe come by and chat with me for a bit. We'll go over a few other things before then, though. So that might be, you know, a little bit down the river, but not too long, because I'm not trying to make these shows like 3 hours anymore. And like, I'm on track to do that right now if I don't pace myself. So, what's up, Hand of Seeds? How you doing? Thanks for joining. It says, fun fact, on Twin Peaks, the iconic Red Room scenes of the Black Lodge were filmed with the actors speaking their lines backwards. Then the footage was reversed in post-production to create the eerie and otherworldly effect. To achieve this, the actors had to learn their lines phonetically in reverse. No small feat. The unique technique added to this real, unsettling atmosphere the Twin Peaks is famous for. Yeah, that's some cool stuff. I mean, that's like a big part of the... like, it reminds me of like back in the day when like Led Zeppelin would record analog or the Beatles, and they'd come up with little tricks to make effects because it wasn't all digital and you didn't really have a synthesizer. They did have them back then, but they weren't really like prominent. And then so you'd have to come up with like recording the tape backwards to do a backwards echo on it, like stuff like that. Or if you hear like a Def Leppard song, you hear the drum beat goes, boom. It's like they recorded the drum hit and reversed it so you hear the hit last. So it's like the what I'm talking about. You hear the boom. Pour some sugar ramen. Zombie says drain the lizard. That is the plan for the intermish for sure. That is the plan. But yeah, I'm gonna take a quick intermish. I'm gonna share this video and you all enjoy it. Or if you need to go get some Cheez-Its, you still gotta pay me. You need to get coffee or a drink or take your cat out or dog out, or if you just want to sit here and watch this video, I'll be discussing it when I get back, and maybe I'll go back through some of the parts of it. But yeah, bosses, thank you for being here. Cheers. I'll see you on the other side. I'll be right back in just a moment.
I do stand by it, and I say this without any personal animus at all. I mean, in some ways, I actually kind of feel sorry for Joe Biden. I mean, he's in the twilight years of his life. He is not, obviously, has not been in charge for some time, and I know this by personal observation, and now the whole world knows it, and it's been very, very concerning to me over the last, year and a half since I've had this
Can you
position.
tell us a story when you say personal observation? What
Well,
kind
I
of
mean,
thing did you see?
it's public now because the Wall Street Journal got it and put it on the front page. But January a year ago, almost exactly a year ago, I had been asked. I became speaker in October 2023, and there were all sorts of big national security concerns and everything going on. And I started requesting a meeting with the president because I'm kind of old school. I'm a constitutional law guy. Speaker of the House should be able to talk to the president, especially in times of great national interest and calamity. But they wouldn't let me meet with him, and his staff kept giving me excuses. This went on for like 8 or 9 weeks. I'm sorry, Mr. Speaker, he doesn't have time. What are you talking about? I'm second in line of the presidency. He has time. I need to talk to him. We had, I can't say the classified parts, but we had some big national concerns at the time that I was losing sleep over. Finally, I just went to the Hill press corps and I said, the president is not being allowed to meet with the speaker. There's a problem. So they started putting pressure on him. Long story short, they finally relented. They invited me to the White House. I show up and I realize it's actually an ambush because it's not just me and the president. It's also Kamala Harris, Chuck Schumer, Hakeem, the CIA director, everybody. And then, so I walked in the Oval and, I know what this is. They're going to hotbox the speaker on Ukraine funding. That's what it was. This is probably third week of January. We sit down, we're in the midst of it, and the whole conversation, and I'm going, we don't need to have this conversation. The president reaches over just like this. We're sitting right next to the fireplace in the Oval, and he grabs my arm and he says, the speaker and I just need a couple minutes together. Would y'all just leave us alone? And I looked up on the faces of some of the staff standing around the wall, and they're like, oh, no, he did it. So he called it. He's the commander in chief. So everybody leaves, and he and I are standing awkwardly in the middle of the Oval Office, right over the rug by that coffee table. And I said, Mr. President, thanks for the moments. This is very important. I got some big national security things I need to talk to you about that I've heard, and I think and what do we do? But first, real quickly, Mr. President, can I ask you a question? I cannot answer this from my constituents in Louisiana. Sir, why did you pause LNG exports to Europe? Like, I don't understand, liquefied natural gas is in great demand by our allies. Why would you do that? Because you understand, we just talked about Ukraine. You understand you're fueling Vladimir Putin's war machine because they got to get their gas from him, And he looks at me stunned with this, and he said, I didn't do that. And I said, Mr. President, yes, you did. It was an executive order 3 weeks ago. And he goes, no, I didn't do that. He's arguing. Mr. President.
Can you believe this?
Respectfully, could I go out here and ask your secretary to print it out? We'll read it together. You definitely did that. And he goes, oh, you talk about natural gas. Yes, sir. He said, no, you misunderstand. He said, what I did is I signed this thing we're gonna conduct a study on the effects of LNG. I said, no, you're not, sir. You paused it. I know. I have the export terminals in my state. I talked to those people this morning. This is doing massive damage to our economy, national security. It occurred to me, Barry, he was not lying to me. He genuinely did not know what he had signed. And I walked out of that meeting with fear and loathing because I thought, we're in serious trouble. Who is running the country? I don't know who put the paper in front of him, but he didn't know.
That is insane, bosses. Holy moly. It's what we've been saying the whole time, basically. But this guy's like, you know, he's pretty high up there. And he's one saying, hey, Biden didn't even know what he was signing out there. But he was so out of it, he didn't even know what he was signing. Who was handing him the papers? Who was drawing up? He thought he was making decisions. Biden thought that's why Biden was so confident about being the great president that he allegedly thought he was. But the fact is, he signed a bunch of stuff. They told him it was one thing, but he was signing another thing. It's insane. Like, this is basically what this guy is saying, is that they would put stuff, they knowing that Biden was old and had dementia allegedly and didn't really have the time or energy. Didn't have the energy or focus to read throughout all of the documents, and they could hide whatever they want in there. So they would just end up just putting stuff in front of him saying, hey, this is what you're signing. It's for a good cause. And he'd sign it and it'd be something completely different. And all of America's like, let's go, Brandon. Maybe Biden's, he's kind of a smug bastard, no doubt. But hey, maybe he wasn't as bad as we thought he was. Maybe he was just signing stuff because they told him it was something else the whole time. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Biden's a good guy by any means. He's a crazy racist old man, but he's got dementia, and I feel bad for him. They kept propping him up there, but apparently it's what he wanted. Some part of him had to have wanted it, or else he wouldn't have continued. Well, he did drop out, so maybe he didn't want to do it. I don't know. There's a lot going on there. Maybe the history books and times will tell one day. I don't know. Or just it'll end up being like, yeah, he was too old. He was too old to be president, and they just got away with a lot. The deep state got away with a lot by just throwing stuff in front of him and having him sign it. That's so wild. Zombie says it's a miracle you guys survived Biden's presidency. Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt. Tracy says Obama was running the country into the ground. Maybe Obama is until tomorrow. He used to say, we've watched the clip on Hoffcast before of Obama saying, oh yeah, if it was up to me, I would just like to sit in a basement and I could have a microphone and run the country through somebody up above. If it was up to me, I would just sit in my pajamas in a basement and have a microphone in somebody's ear. That's what he was saying. And I think that might be the case. Or was. Luckily, America was smart enough to go red, baby. Go red. Zombie Box says they should be charged for elder abuse. I agree. He says, remember that time when you referred to black kids as cockroaches? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And Corn Pop was a bad dude. He liked when he'd be in the pool and they'd rub his hairy legs. And they'd jump in his lap. It was very bizarre. Very bizarre. And can we find that clip just for old time's sake? Just for old time's sake. Let's do a couple. Hey, since Biden will no longer be president tomorrow, we're going to do a couple clips for old time's sake. And this is what I gave up on this one for a while, but we're going to show this one in a moment too. Let me search this real quick. Just for old time's sake, it's a good night to watch these things. Just in remembrance. Biden Corn Pop. Oh, man. Biden recounts harrowing incident with gang leader named Corn Pop.
I learned a lot. And I learned that it makes a difference. This was the diving board area, and I was one of the guards, and there weren't a lot of, there was a 3-meter board. And you fell off sideways, you landed on the darn cement over there. And Corn Pop was a bad dude. And he ran a bunch of bad boys. And I did. Yeah, and back in those days, to show how things have changed, one of the things you had to use, if you used pomade in your hair, you had to wear a bathing cap.
It's only funny now because it's over. He's 15 minutes left in January 19th. It'll be noon tomorrow before you know it, and it's over. Trump's back.
And so he was up on the board, wouldn't listen to me. I said, hey, Esther, you, off the board, or I'll come up and drag you off. Well, he came off, and he said, I'll meet you outside. My car, these were all public housing behind it. My car, there was a gate out here. I parked my car outside the gate. And he said, I'll be waiting for you. He was waiting for 3 guys in straight razors. Not a joke.
That's when you know he's lying, is when he goes, not a joke. That's the tell. Biden has a tell. He's always had a tell, and anytime he says not a joke, that's when you know he's lying. This is some fever dream he had after he ate some spicy food. This never happened. It's like not Unsolved Mystery. What was that? Fact or Fiction, that show? This one never happened. We made this one up. It never happened.
The guy named Bill Wright, Mouse, the only white guy, and he did all the pools. He was the mechanic. And I said, what am I going to do? He said, come down here in the basement where all the pool filter is. You know, the chain, there used to be a chain that went across the deep end.
Man, it's just, here's the full-length version.
Who could be standing right where Lisa's standing. One hookie's just as bad as any other. I'll take whoever you send me. I said, first of all, I said, when I tell you get off the board, you get off the board, and I'll kick you out again, but I shouldn't have called you.
He's a tough
Come up
guy.
behind me. Because I'm not holding up between them and the pool, man. Come on. My name's Joe Biden, Vice President Biden. Everybody come on up and stand with me. What's your name?
Yeah, Hand of Seeds, yeah. Biden. We're going to watch some of Biden's greatest hits to send him out tonight. We're going to watch some of his greatest hits.
Listen, you got to come see us when you come to New York, VP Biden.
I will.
It's a long way.
This guy on the left, isn't this Charlemagne the God? That's an evil thing. I don't like that. I don't like this person. It has nothing to do with him being black. I love black people, to be honest with you. But I don't like this person.
Till November, we got more questions.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
It don't have nothing to do with Trump. It has to do with the fact I want something for my community. I would love to see.
Take a look at my record, man. I extended the voting rights 25 years. I have a record that is second to none. The NAACP has endorsed me every time I've run. Come on. Take a look.
Then we can go to this. We're going to say it was a racial jungle.
When I marched in the civil rights movement, I did not march with a 12-point program. I marched with tens of thousands of others to change attitudes. And we changed attitudes.
I was, in fact, very concerned about the civil rights movement. I was not an activist.
He looks like Chevy Chase.
I worked at an all-black swimming pool.
Oh, we tied it back around, bosses. Look at this. Okay, so he wasn't lying. He wasn't lying. Holy crap. Maybe he did meet Corn Pop. Maybe he did get into a gang fight with some straight razors. Holy crap. This was completely unintentional. I just randomly found this video. Or just maybe he just had a fever dream back when he was younger. I don't know.
In the east side of Wilmington, Delaware. I was involved. I was involved in what they were thinking, what they were feeling. I was involved, but I was not out marching. I was not down in Selma. I was not anywhere else. I was a suburbanite kid who got a dose of exposure to what was happening to Black Americans when I'm in my own city.
I don't even know what to think anymore. I don't even know what to think anymore, bosses.
When I was a teenager in Delaware, for real. I got involved in the civil rights
now
movement.
it's
We have the
annoying.
8th largest
I don't like
black
to listen to old
population in
Biden.
America. Most people
I like
don't
to
know
listen
that.
to Chevy Chase Biden.
And,
I prefer Chevy Chase
I'd
Biden.
go to 8 o'clock mass, then I'd go to Reverend Herring's church where we'd meet in order to
I love
organize
the
and
music in
figure
the back. It
where
sounds
we were
like
going to go,
all
whether we're going to
the music in the
desegregate.
back sounds all around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces. I'm riding early for their daily races. Going nowhere, going nowhere. Corn Pop was a really bad dude. Roaches jumped up on my lap. They like to rub my hair on my hairy legs when I got out of the pool. And I find it kind of funny. I find it kind of sad. We're growing the economy and everyone is black. It's a racial jungle. And I don't want to be president because I have dementia. It's a very, very mad world. Mad world.
Rialto movie theater. What?
You're doing the greatest hits.
Guess what? It grows the economy. Benefits everybody. Hurts nobody.
Guess what? Grows the economy. Benefits everybody. Hurts nobody. Guess what? Grows the economy. Guess what? Grows the economy. Grows economy. Guess what? Grows economy.
Guess what? It grows the economy.
There you go, bosses. And we got a couple more moments here. Gross economy. The classic, the bike fall bosses, a couple years back.
Mr. President, made up Dr. Biden, how was the
This is when a lot of us knew it was over, by the way. When we knew this guy wasn't running it, you know, we're like, yeah, this guy ain't running nothing. You ain't leading two things, Jack and shit. And Jack left town.
Okay, Mr. President? I'm good. Yeah. Keep up the good work.
I keep on taking these things off. I got my split card.
Mr. President, made up your mind on China tariffs, Mr. President.
And I'm ready to
He's
go.
a CAT scan.
All right, guys. See you.
All around me are familiar faces. That's his theme song. That's Biden's theme song. Worn out places, worn out faces. Oh man, it sucks that it happened. That sucks. Oh, the ice cream truck, that was classic.
So, Principal Richardson, thank you for welcoming us here today. And Secretary Cardona and Mayor Bowser and Chancellor Farabee, thank you for joining us as well. And for families across the country, the school year Gosh, it always brings this sort of
Oh, I'm getting nostalgic, bosses. I'm getting nostalgic out here watching these videos. I'm getting a little bit nostalgic. Oh man, the good times. I'm remembering the good times. We had so much fun with this meme. This might be the last time we ever watch it. Enjoy it while it lasts, bosses. You know, don't be upset that it's over. Be happy that it happened.
Principal Richardson, thank you for welcoming us here today. And Secretary Cardona and Mayor Bowser and Chancellor Fairby, thank you for joining us as well. And for families across the country, the school year, gosh, it always brings this sort of mix of emotions for all of us, all at once.
He's always left holding the bag, which she deserved it for sure. For sure. Because she wanted to be president. It's like, when did we start electing first ladies around here? You know what I mean? Big Bud says maybe he saw Corn Pop. He's doing... Corn Pop was a bad dude. And honestly, there were t-shirts made that said, I'm on Corn Pop's side and stuff like that, and something like that. Oh my. I think we got the best one for last. I was saving the best one for last. We've watched, I think, the greatest hits of Biden. I'm sure there's more we can come up with, but we go all night. But I think, oh no, wait, this one's good too. This one's good. We got a couple more.
It's
The
my
party interview.
great honor, and I mean this sincerely,
Biden with Elton John completely embarrassing him because he's gay.
to present the National Humanities Medal to Sir Elton John. Major Yang, please read the citation.
This is when Elton John turned on him.
On it, sir. Good evening, everyone. The President of the United States awards this National Humanities Medal to Sir Elton John for moving our souls with his powerful voice in one of the defining songbooks of all time. An enduring icon and advocate with absolute courage, who found purpose to challenge convention, shatter stigma, and advance the simple truth that everyone deserves to be treated with dignity and respect.
Here's the part we start singing at the age.
I think we surprised him.
I just said to the First Lady, I'm never flabbergasted, but I'm flabbergasted and humbled and honored by this incredible award from the United States.
I don't think I've ever heard Elton John speak besides this. I'm flabbergasted.
America. I will treasure this. Goes away on. And I thank.
It's all his fault that we're spending $6 billion in taxpayer money this month to help fight HIV/AIDS.
That's the moment Elton John turned on Joe Biden, bro. Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, the guy has some slip-ups, but really, what is that all about? Oh my gosh. Let's hear that one more time, just in case you think you misheard what he said. You didn't.
Wait. It's all his fault that we're spending $6 billion in taxpayer money this month to help fight HIV/AIDS.
It's all his fault. He didn't say it's because of his strength that we are now able to give a lot of money, funds to help people. No, he goes, it's all his fault that we're spending $6 billion of taxpayers' money.
It's all his fault that we're spending $6 billion in taxpayer money this month to help fight HIV/AIDS.
Dude, and liberals are surprised that nobody wants to vote for him anymore. Like, of course. Tracy says Elton doesn't support him. Yeah, I think I saw that recently where he's like, yeah, I'm not really. After that, After that, I'm not, not about that action. I like to send him on a rocket to space, man. But all right, so yeah, we've done a lot here. We've done a lot. I saved the best for last, bosses. And this used to be a tradition on Hoffcast, and I stopped doing it because I felt the joke got old. But now I guess is the very last, final time we will ever show this on Hoffcast, because I did say I would no longer show this clip once Biden is no longer president. And it is nearly January 20th in just about 1 minute, So we're going to show this right now. Perfect timing. Absolutely perfect timing.
How about Penelope?
Well, Penelope, she's only 2, so I think she'd be happy with just about anything.
Oh, that's great.
Well, that's great.
Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful that you have a 2-year-old.
Well,
have a Merry Christmas. Have a wonderful Christmas.
and by the way, you guys have to be in bed by 9 o'clock, and asleep between 9 and 12, or he doesn't show up.
This isn't to you, Jared. This is to the kids.
That's right.
I hope you have a wonderful Christmas.
Well, yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas as well.
Oh,
Merry Christmas, and let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree. Hey, by the way, where are you in Oregon?
Jill, watch Jill.
Where's your home?
Head drops.
I think we lost him.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
We did lose him, and we're talking about Biden, not the guy on the phone. Wow. Perfect timing. Cheers to a new day, bosses. It is officially January 20th, 2025. Cheers. Man, I couldn't believe the timing on that. I literally showed that the very last minute, of the last day of his presidency. That's pretty cool. Man, sometimes life is poetic. I will say that. I didn't even plan that, honestly. Did not plan that, period. I did not plan to show that during the last minute. Just happened to look down. It's 11:59. I'm like, well, now's the time, baby. Now's the time. Hand of Seed says, best show on YouTube. Bravo. Great show. Holy moly. Well, I appreciate those kind words. I have been working my ass off to bring you guys a quality show and try to have a fun show and everything. And I appreciate compliments and any support. And I appreciate you guys watching and being here and having fun with me. And I want this show to be smooth for everyone watching. I want to be able to talk about things, discuss things, and have you guys be a big part of the show as well. That's why I do it live, and it's hard to do live streams nowadays on YouTube because everyone wants to watch shorts, or they want to watch, really well edited videos, which I don't really have the time to do. I work a full-time job, which I really enjoy. I really like my job and I'm dedicated to my job. So I spend a lot of time involved in my job. But I am also involved in dedicating myself to the show and to music as well. So that's something, hey, while we're having a little conversation here, while I got you, I'm going to be putting out some music as soon as I figured all this stuff out, and I'm going to change the world. I'm going to have songs. Imagine John Lennon's Imagine, but by Hoff, and it's the new Imagine. Imagine all the people getting jabs and wearing masks. Remember when they did that? We talked about that last week. All right, bosses. Let's take a look. Let's do a couple fun clips. Nah, actually, it's getting too late. We'll do one fun clip, and then we'll do the last part of the show, and then we'll bring on some guests if anyone wants to come on. I thought I had one more fun clip around here. Oh yeah, here's a fun clip. Hey, just get the energy going back in this place. Yeah. just to get the energy going back on. Zombie Box, thank you so much, man. Appreciate the kind words. Like I said, I'm trying real hard, and I'm trying because I want you guys, when you watch the show, to be able to see good quality content. If you go back and watch my show from like 4 months ago, things were getting rough. It looked like I was filming on a potato, and like you couldn't see my face. It was glitchy. I had to keep resetting things. So I invested in this new PC. I've been working on my backdrop and the lighting, the sound. Like I said last week, I was upset about the sound, even though it wasn't bad. No one else cared. Really, I was the only one. But I was like, this week I have to have things closer. I have to have my mic closer. Hopefully it sounds better. I've not checked in a while. And again, once I watch this back, probably I'll be like, there's something I didn't like about this, because just the way I'm trying to always get better. So I appreciate any kind words, and thank you all for being here. But let's do just a fun, irrelevant clip, and then we'll, just to break things up a little bit. I like to do this kind of thing. It resets my own brain a little bit and just keeps things kind of fun. But I saw this one earlier, and I thought this was a fun little, mood enhancer. Says people who want to live in a Fast and Furious movie should watch this. Well, I mean, wasn't Paul Walker in a lot of Fast and Furious movies? But anyways, viewer discretion is advised. There's nothing too crazy here, but he just falls. Oh! That escalated quickly. You know what he's trying to do? He's trying to do he's trying to do a move where he's trying to do what's called a panty dropper. And it's where you do a wheelie and then you run your fingers on the ground. You're in control of the situation. It shows how much control you're in. Little did he know he's not in control. Yeah. And lesson learned, this girl's hyped. She's like, she's not even, I don't think she's worried. She's like, that's badass. Watch her. She's like, that's cool, dude. She's smiling. These really are criminals out here. Look at them gangs, dude. When are they bringing the Mohawks back to gangs? The pink and purple Mohawks? Chain wallets? When are they doing that? Big Butt says, she's like, yo, that my man. There might be some more personal stuff going on there for sure. Big Butts. That's a good point. But when are they bringing back the Mohawks and the baseball bats and stuff like that? Yeah, she's hot. She got some cool shades too. Like, let me see them shades. Oh, that's a white girl. I think that's a white girl too. Oh, dude. Oh, yeah. Of course. Oh, yeah, it is a white girl. Yeah. Rough stuff, bosses. All right. So let's wrap up the show. I'm not wrapping up the show completely here. I'm wrapping up the portion of the solo show. As long as I have friends, I will do the first part of the show solo, and then I'll bring on some friends or guests or whoever wants to come by. I will put the link in soon for people, but the last portion of the show starts now. And I wanted to show this real quick. Speaking of Daddy's Home, the title of the episode. I can't show this video, but I can show just like some scenes from it. But you guys know I'm a big Tom McDonald fan. However you feel about him, I don't care. I really don't. I like him. the new song. It's like #1. It's with Roseanne, dude. And I'm not a Roseanne fan. I don't like her voice, and my voice is just as annoying as Roseanne's. So like, I can't really be pointing fingers. You know what I mean? I sound like Gilbert Gottfried. She kind of does too. You know what I mean? But anyways, she did a song with Tom McDonald's, like, and he was hyping it for a few days, like, Roseanne's gonna rap on my song. I was like, was this gonna be like another Ben Shapiro type thing? And it wasn't. It's not bad. It's pretty fun. Like, it's just a fun song, and it's about, you know, Trump winning and the inauguration. Again, I can't play it, but maybe I can just play my favorite part of the Roseanne's rap, where she's towards the end, you know, or towards the beginning too. Where's she come in? Yeah, right here. Like, I was really surprised. I can't show much of this, just a couple seconds, obviously, but
They try to cancel me and say that I'm a racist.
dude, yeah. So she's like, she kind of kills it, and she's twerking and stuff. It's kind of funny.
So sad. Now your daddy's home. Why they trying to turn Becky into Dan?
Why they try to turn Becky into Dan? That's hilarious.
Eminem, I'm Roseanne.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Screw Eminem, I'm Roseanne.
Screw Eminem, bitch. I'm Roseanne. I like that. It's a lot of fun. Definitely check that out. I wish I could show that, but I'm trying to stay monetized out here and keep this show without having to cut it up later. You know what I mean? And also, I'm not want to take his views. Go watch, give a view, and give a like to Tom McDonald and Roseanne. You know, like, go do that. That's another reason I don't like showing full clips on Hoffcast, is because I don't like to like take their views or anything. I like to give you recommendations if you're watching, and then you can go later after the show or whenever, and you'd be like, oh yeah, Hoff was talking about that. Hey, I should check that out. You know, and hopefully I'm achieving that, you know. All right, so let's check this out here. Let's check a little bit of Trump's last rally. See what's going on with some of this stuff here.
I like it. And as of today, TikTok is back.
Do you see that? The whole TikTok thing. Now, if you watch Hoffcast, you know that Hoff has never had a TikTok account. Hoff doesn't like TikTok. Hoff thinks TikTok is pinko, commie, rag. And it is. It is. And that's what scares me about this. It's funny because I don't care about TikTok, period. I don't care about really any social media. In fact, I say we should destroy the internet, trash the oceans, and go back to 1990s where things weren't so complicated. You know, dial up internet. But anyways, we are here right now in 2025, and that's never going to happen. We're going to keep advancing. I know that's never going to happen. But what is happening is social media is a thing, and you got to pick and choose sometimes. I know I'm on YouTube. I'd be a hypocrite if I was saying, oh, I don't like social media, but hey, off you're on YouTube. Yeah, I know. I get it. And people made money on TikTok. I get it. I don't care about TikTok. I don't care about a lot. I left Facebook probably 8 to 10 years ago. Zuckerberg's now doing the whole thing like Snoop Dogg and Arnold Schwarzenegger, where they're like, oh, we never said we hated Trump. You know, we never say anything crazy like that. Dude, we won't forget, Arnold. We will not forget what you said, at least here on Hoffcast. We won't forget what Arnold said.
And not just to think about, well, my freedom is being kind of disturbed here. No, screw your freedom.
We will never forget those words on Hoffcast. Screw you, Arnold. Screw you. No, Arnold's like, I never said those things. I swear. Let me look it up. I saw it because I was doing some researching today, and it actually don't even follow Arnold, but he came up. This is bizarre. Yeah, let me share this tab instead. Don't believe fake news. I was born in Austria. I was made in America. I never leave. Where was it at? Yeah, basically he's a post-Nazi, allegedly. And then he goes on and he's showing this now. Like, I like that picture, I'm not gonna lie. But if he'd never said the screw your freedom stuff, yeah, maybe I'd have a less of an issue with you. Because once you say screw your freedoms, it's over. It's literally, for me, for Hoff here, if you say screw my freedoms, it's over. Bridge is burned. It's done. I know where you lie now. Not on the side of freedoms or rights or America. So I gotta have a big problem when Arnold now, like Snoop Dogg doing Trump's inauguration, when he was doing videos where he had a gun to Trump's head, and then you got Arnold here, and then you got Zuckerberg saying, like, are we going to do free speech? They know it's coming. It's like I said earlier in the show, when you see CEOs start dipping out before the COVID, when you can see things are coming in advance if you know the signs, the telltale signs. But we won't forget, Arnold, here on Hoffcast, what you said.
And not just to think about, well, my freedom is being kind of disturbed here. No, screw your freedom.
We will never forget what you said here on Hoffcast. All right? We won't. And bosses, I want to thank you all for being here again. I do that a lot during the show. I thank you for being here because I wouldn't do the show if you weren't here. I mean, I would. If I had like 2 people watching, I'd still be here. Because I enjoy doing it. It's a passion of mine. It's not just a hobby, but I mean, I thought about quitting many times, and I can't. I can't because I love doing this. It's cathartic for me personally because I get to talk about a lot of things that I'm seeing openly that I don't get to talk about with other people a lot, besides like maybe my friend Tony. But it's a really good feeling when you're able to get things off your chest about the way you feel. And luckily, I have a lot of smart people who watch the show who mainly agree with what I say, but I don't expect everyone to agree with me, But if you do, that's awesome. If you don't, let's talk about it. Let's learn from each other. And that's why I like doing the show, is because I'm learning. I feel like I'm learning not just from doing this show, but from having people watch and give me feedback and everything. So it's very important for me. And that's why I appreciate everyone who watches. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button. It's a small tip, not asking for money. Just hit the thumbs up button. I like seeing that number, higher because it makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I'm entertaining you and giving you a good show. And it's a little bit of gratitude for myself, and I like that. And I appreciate if you do that for me. If not, it's cool too. If you just want to watch it, hate watch, I'm cool with that too. I'm cool with everybody. I love everybody except Mexicans. Just kidding. All right. But anyways, let's check this out here. Last portion of the show, and then we'll have some guests on, perhaps, if they would like to come by. But let's check out some of Trump's. Let's watch the rest of this here. Insane.
So,
not inauguration, rally. It's his last rally. This is probably the last rally Trump will ever do. Unless he's able to change the Constitution or the rules of the whatever it is, the laws of the land. Unless he can change those somehow and figure out a way to run for a 3rd term, I think this is the last Trump rally we might ever see.
I did a little TikTok thing. We have a guy, TikTok Jack. He's a young kid, like 21 years old. And we hired this guy, and I went on TikTok. Can you believe what I'll do to win an election? And we went on TikTok, and Republicans have never won the young vote, the youth vote. They win a lot of votes, but they never won the youth vote. We won the youth vote by 36 points. So I like TikTok.
I like TikTok. I like TikTok. We won the youth. We're using it for elections. I love TikTok. And so the liberals actually love TikTok, but Trump won. Well, he didn't win the election because of TikTok, but it helped him. And so now you're seeing Trump restoring TikTok, which the liberals love, and they don't want to admit that Trump did something good for them. And they never do it. Trump's going to do a lot of great things for us. A lot of great things. Again, doves will fly at noon tomorrow. Angels will get their wings. Clouds will part.
I like it. And as of today.
Well, what else is going on with the, let's see what else is going on. That's from Alex Jones, by the way, which is bizarre. Man who's been banned. What is going on with this? Oh, shit. They got the YMCA with the YMCA guys out there. Look, I have no problem with gay people. I'll be clear about that. I think I've said that many times on the show. I got no problem with trans people, gay people. I got no problem with how you want to live your life as long as you're not harming children by any means. You know? No problem at all. If you're a grown adult, do what you want to do as long as you're not taking advantage of people or children. I really don't care how perverse you are. Like, that's between you and God, you know? And I'm not your daddy, so I can't tell you what to do. But I do think that we're heading in a good direction with some things, but I don't think. Let me search on Twitter this last thing here I wanted to show. Here's one thing I don't like about what's going on with Trump. And I think you all know where I'm going. Right here. I think you guys know where I'm heading with this. I don't like this part of Trump.
Lex just followed me on the stage here. He's a very enthusiastic supporter, as you can see.
He named his son X, and he brought his son named Elon Musk, by the way. Elon Musk. I don't like Elon Musk at all. I think he's evil. I think he's evil to the core. And you're like, well, Hoff, don't you like Trump? Why don't you like Elon Musk? Dude, I haven't liked Elon Musk for years. If you've ever paid attention to Hoffcast, if you've been watching the show, if you watched any of my old stuff, I have never liked Elon Musk. And I still don't. It's not because I'm a liberal. A lot of liberals don't like Elon Musk because he's a Trump guy. I don't like Elon Musk because of many reasons. And I don't like him because he's a Trump guy. Now I don't because of a different reason. It seems like he's taking advantage of Trump. You know, he's like, Elon Musk has to ride the wave. He's like, I have to get in good with the guy who's going to be leading the free world if I'm going to make any damage around here. Because all I want to do is do damage. I don't like Elon Musk. I don't. And I don't like that Trump's like got him as like his almost like his vice president. Like, where's JD Vance? Why's he got him out there? Like, this is what's scary to me.
So,
if you were watching Hoffcast and didn't expect a deep dive, I'm sorry. Welcome to Hoffcast.
we're looking forward to making a lot of changes, and you know this victory is the start, really.
It's a victory for him. Sorry, it's quiet, bosses.
What matters going forward is to actually make significant changes, cement those changes, and set the foundation for America to be strong for a century, forever. So,
see, another thing is, like, I don't like when people say things that I like and I agree with and I don't trust him. Like, I agree with everything he just said. I like what he says. Like Vivek Ramaswamy or whatever. Like, these people, they say things like, oh, look at this one, the classic. It's been 9 years since Elon Musk permanently had this photo removed from the internet. Well, liberty. Lib. What is he holding? What is the kid holding? I wonder what that symbol is. Little X. Yeah, but it's kind of scary, bosses. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the old Big Bud says Kid Rock and Village people on the same stage. This rally was bonkers. Yeah. Well, we really are healing then as a country, right? Are we not? If we can bring Kid Rock and the Village people together, are we not healing as a country? I think we're seeing big things happening. You know, all the snowflakes will melt. Hopefully here in Columbus, Ohio, eventually. But figuratively speaking, and then we can get back to business, you know, around here. Get back to business. So this has been a great show. We're going to go in the second half now. I'm going to put the invite in the chat for anyone who wants to come by. Invites out there. Tony, Jim, if you're watching, I'm sure they might be by. I'm not sure, but hopefully they'll be by. Or if anyone else, if no one comes by, I'll just wrap up the show. It's all good too. Or if you want to hang out with me backstage, you can. But we'll go into the second part of the show, and I like to do that because, and I think this is a good format for the show that I've been doing, is because I don't like to be the only guy talking. I feel like I go into dictator mode, which I do. It's my show. I can. But, and I told you guys, if I ever get elected, which I will be dictator. Not like Trump. Everyone's like, Trump, he might be dictator. No, I swear I'll be a dictator. Like, I'll run my campaign on being a dictator. I swear. I'll do it. If I ever run for president, and I might, I will run my campaign on being a dictator. Like, if you vote for me, don't worry. I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'll be like, hey, I'm in for life. All right? I am in for life. And that's why people will vote for me, you know? And I will really appeal to the MAGA crowd for sure. But yeah. Yeah. Hopefully Trump, you know, hopefully Trump, because the biggest part with Trump's first term was the fact that he was criticized for surrounding himself with the wrong people. And that's absolutely true. But now, like, who does he surround himself with? Like, the dream would be Elon Musk, if I'm not wrong. The dream would be like, yeah, let's get him in there. Let's get Space Force, Elon Musk's technology. Let's get SpaceX involved with Space Force. I don't even know what Space Force is. I don't know what they do. It sounds fake. You know, it sounds like a money laundering scheme, if you ask me. I don't know what Space Force has ever done. But if Space Force can link with Elon Musk and use SpaceX technology, and I think Trump likes that a lot because he's always talking about the rockets. You seen these rockets? They're amazing. They come back, they land, they grab them, they hug them. It's beautiful. Oh, the rockets. We got Elon's rockets. So I think that Trump is trying. I think this is something bigger than we know, bosses. I think this is something bigger than we even know. And it's scary to me. Because if you do watch Hoffcast, you know that I'm not a big believer in space as they tell us what it is. And I'm not a flat earther. I'm not. But I think space is ether. And you all know that. I got merch made of it. I still stand by my statements. In the Bible, it says God separated the waters from the waters. So the waters being the water on earth and the waters in the sky, which is the ether. And that's where the planets lie. So I don't know what's going on up there. I don't know if we should trust Elon Musk and Trump with our space exploration. Or maybe we should, because we've been lied to for so long from Disney and CGI and NASA. Maybe we should trust them. Maybe we should give them get a second opinion on space for once. You know, maybe we should get a second opinion. See what else is out there. But from what I've seen, whenever Elon puts something into space, it's not impressing me any more than NASA. Let me tell you that. So those are my opinions on things. Just because I like Trump and I voted for Trump doesn't mean I'm not critical of Trump and I don't like Elon Musk, period. And once again, you guys know that. You guys know that. He dressed up in the Baphomet costume for Halloween a couple years back, made that his Twitter profile picture for months. I'm not about that action, brother. I'm not about that action. Peter, what's up? How you doing? Peter says, Space Force's mission is to go boldly where no man has gone before. Their symbolism is weird, too. Real quick. Hey, Tony, I see you, man. I'll be right with you, buddy. Get ready. I'll be right with you. Let me show you this real quick. I can't find it now, of course. They probably scrubbed it. Well, it does kind of look like it does sort of look like Star Trek there. Like if you look at this one. There's one that had like a Baphomet head. Let me see if I can find that. Baphomet. That's his wife. Yeah, right here, this hat. Right, this picture. U.S. Space Force hat resembling the head of Baphomet. Coincidence. Look at this. You can see the horns, the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. And oh, baby. Oh, that's wild, dude. That's kind of wild right there. Oh, you can't see it. Let me, there you go. Now you can see it. Now you can see it. There you go. Sorry, I wasn't sharing the tab. You can see the horns, eyes, the mouth. It's kind of weird when you turn the Space Force thing upside down. And Peter, what's up, boss? Good to see you, man. This is the last time I'm going to put the invite in the chat before the post show. So if you do want to come by and hang out with me and Mr. Tony Nasser, you're more than welcome to, as long as I know you. But yeah, let's bring my guest on, my first guest, Mr. Tony Nasser. What's up? You with me, brother?
Hey, how's it going?
There he is. How you doing, man?
Yeah, pretty good. Can't complain.
My man Tony's an Australian, but he has American values. And I think what I love about Tony is that he would like to see Australia more like America. Maybe I'm speaking for you, but am I wrong there?
Less woke, yeah, absolutely.
The whole thing, like, they mishandled the COVID pretty bad in Australia.
We failed miserably. Like if there's a wooden spoon to give out on the success of the COVID thing, Australia would have got it.
That's a shame, man, because you think of Australians like being like hard asses, you know, like they're Crocodile Hunter, Crocodile Dundee kind of guys. And then like, and I'm not saying you're not, Tony. I'm not saying Australians aren't hard asses, but they let the government take over because they got no Second Amendment, I believe.
Well, we got no First Amendment either.
No, yeah, that too. Well, you do here on Hoffcast, brother. Yeah. You do here on Hoffcast. You're streaming in America. So.
I've mentioned before that Australia has the honor of being the only democratic elected country to not have a Bill of Rights.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. Hooray. So, yeah, it's not fun.
So do you think that Trump becoming president will affect your nation at all?
I think like economically maybe, but I think the positivity is already happening. Like and not just Australia, I think worldwide. I think there's lots of countries that have had less than reputable leadership. That's me trying to be diplomatic. Basically going, yeah, we need to shake things up and get rid of these people and get someone in that's going to treat the country with respect and treat the people with respect.
There is like a big, like, who leads the world? What nation do you think? What nation do you think leads the world? Is it America? Is it China?
I think it's like 5 people. behind the shadows.
Well, now you're getting real deep. Now now I like that, Tony. I do like where you're going with that, but now you're getting deeper than the question I was asking. I love where you're going with that. But what nation do you think?
I think for Western countries, I dare say most of us look towards America for what is being done. Like, I mean, Australia's always been allied with the States. Like, you know, we've backed America to the hilt in many wars and stuff like that, and we probably always will. It's like one of those things. It's like, yeah, all right, we'll be there. Which I like. I like having good allies. It's like one of those things that is important in the grand scheme of things.
I like what you're saying. Yeah. How like it might be an example to the rest of the world though when Trump becomes president, because it's like, hey, people are starting to figure things out in America.
Oh yeah, I think it will.
Maybe we shouldn't be as woke over here in Australia.
Like the man or not, he's going to make a difference.
Yeah, on day one, dude. Day one.
I think
the liberals. I heard that Costco ran out of diapers because the liberals are shitting their pants. So,
welcome to Costco. I love you.
Dude. I wanted to. Oh, hold on, dude. That's a clip I wanted to watch. Thank you for reminding me. Let's watch this one. You'll love it. You'll love it, buddy. If you haven't already seen it, which you might have seen this. Let me find it real quick here. This went kind of viral as far as I know. Dude, I wanted to show this on Hoffcast and forgot about it. Where is it? Oh, it's one page back. Okay. I gotta go back to home page. This is where it is. Okay. But have you heard about these? Did you see the video of the people in Costco? Where is it at? I'm trying to find it. The people in Costco who were fighting over Pokemon cards.
Oh God.
Where's it at? I'm trying to find it right now, man. Okay, so we got. I'm trying to read through these videos. I'm scrolling too fast. Is my problem. I'm not reading all the titles, so I can't find it. Dead air. But anyways, let me see here. Dude, where's it at? Never mind. I'll just YouTube it then. I guess they deleted that or some crap. I don't know.
Possible.
I had it earlier for sure. Like I watched it right there. Pokemon Costco.
Pokemon Costco.
And this is wild, man. This is some crazy stuff.
Yo, what's up, guys? I had to react to this video. It was posted from a Seattle.
I don't care about this guy's reaction. I want to see the footage. I hate people's reactions. I don't care about your reaction, dude. I'm reacting.
What? Here he goes. Let's see how crazy he's gonna get. 10 lemons, right? 10 lemons. That's one next to David Tasky. All right. My wine. All right. Here. My wine. What's your bill? Oh, bad. What's your beef? And then
who's talking? I don't even know what's going on with the talking. I wanted to see the video. I had a video I wanted to watch, and I'm not finding the video. It's aggravating. Oh, there's another good video. I'll put that one up there for later. But where's the freaking video that I'm trying to find? There it is. We got it. We got it.
Got a winner.
I admit that I'm an idiot most times, and I read too fast, so I skip over things. I'm a speed reader, but I miss things and I don't internalize. By the way, Tony, thank you for being here, man. I appreciate you, brother.
Thank you for having me. Hopefully the quality of his show has not dipped down now that I'm here.
It's only gotten better because you're here. I love you, man. Of
Thank
course, dude. You're always welcome here on Hoffcast. I love having you around, man. You're a big part of the show. You know, I think if people watch the show, they're pretty familiar with you. I don't think Zombie Box Reviews is. He says he looks and sounds like Grant Gregory. Who's that?
I don't know who Grant Gregory is.
I don't either. Must be a Brit.
Could be. I don't know.
Let's search Grant Gregory. You look nothing like this guy. Maybe you sound like him. I don't know.
Probably a very common name. I don't know.
I mean, no offense, Tony. He's got way more hair than you.
That's not hard.
Peter says, my concern about the next 4 years is the Dems ran an obviously bad candidate. Even Dems didn't like her, Kamala. Yep. So I can only assume they intend to lose. And the question is why? I don't think so, Peter. Let me have a rebuttal here. Let me have a rebuttal. I think the Democrats are out of candidates. They don't have anyone they can run. The best person they could run was Kamala. And they threw a Hail Mary because they thought she might appeal so much to the younger generation and the woke generation that they would actually get off their lazy asses and their hypocritical asses and go out and vote for her. And they didn't. Because none of these people actually believe in anything that they say. They're all out there. They're sensationalists. They're woke, and half the shit that they say, they just say to get ahead. And I'm talking about celebrities there, but the real people in the world, they don't go out and vote if they're woke. They don't care. That's why they're degenerates. That's why they don't do anything. They don't have jobs. You expect people who don't have jobs and don't want to work, who are socialists and communists, to go out and vote? Nah, of course they're not going to go out and vote because they're lazy. They don't take any kind of action over their lives whatsoever. All they do is blame everyone else for their problems. And that's why you didn't have a woke candidate win. And I don't think it was intentional by the Democrats to run a bad candidate. I think they had no one else to go with. You know, and they wanted to push this woke direction, and they thought she was the best for it. That's my opinion. But I mean, you bring up good points, Peter. He says, I got the sense that they gave Trump the penthouse apartment. Peter also said they had Tulsi, they made her quit, which she was much more popular, even with conservatives. But that's the reason why they didn't want Tulsi, is because she was not pushing the woke Disney. Like basically Democrats, the liberal party was Disney for a while. Like they were just pushing woke trans, agendas and rainbow LGBTQ stuff. And I got no problem with people who are like that, but that's what they were pushing. And that's a very small percentage of the world. You can't expect to win a nation over a small percentage and hope that everyone else is sympathetic enough to that to vote for a cackling hyena. And it just didn't work out that way, unfortunately for him. But I think they thought they had something. I think they really thought they had something with it. I did. What do you think, Tony?
And then they sobered up. Peter has a really interesting point on that one, but I still think that they might have had a chance if they ran Michelle Obama. I think they might have had a more of a chance.
I predicted they were going to run Hillary, and I'm surprised they didn't.
Hillary was the other option, but I don't think she would have won. I think it would have been even like last time she won the popular vote, but I don't think she would have won the popular vote this time.
No, of course not.
Hillary.
Of course not.
Hillary.
But the Kamala, dude, it was just like there's just no way. And anyone who was surprised that she didn't win, it's like, what kind of world are you living in?
It was embarrassing. It really was. I was just like every time she opened her mouth, it was real. What are you doing?
Tony, I'm going to let you take over for just a moment while I hit the bathroom. Is that cool?
Sure. What do you
I didn't mean to put you on the spot. Just give me more of your opinions on on Trump coming into office and how you think it's going to affect other things. I'll be right back. It's like less than a minute.
Well, I definitely think like later today, once he takes oath of office, he is really just going to hit the ground running and just go straight into work mode, which is going to be kind of really interesting to see because I think he's put together a pretty strong cabinet, and I like some of his ideas. I'm with Hoff on this. I'm not a big fan of Elon Musk, but I like the department that they're putting together with him on basically cutting the fat of government, and that we need that in this country too, in Australia. We got far too much. We've got like 26 million people in this country versus like the 330 odd million that you have in the States. And we still have way too much government. It's like ridiculous. I'm like, why do we have this much? And they all draw a massive amount of money from the taxpayers, and it's just ridiculous. So I'm excited to see what that department does and how it sort of starts to clean up the government a bit, because I think that's really important. So yeah, and it's going to be interesting to see a whole bunch of different departments getting fixed up, like the DOJ and everything underneath that banner needs to be really, really fixed. So yeah, I'm very interested in seeing what he does, and I think it's, as I was saying before, like I think he is going to be a good example to other leaders to go, look what you can do if you put your mind to it. You put together a strong leadership and actually care about your citizens and serve your citizens is what they're there for. So that's what I have to say anyway.
Very, very well said, Tony.
Thank you.
Very well said, man. I think that like still people don't look at Trump as a politician.
I think that's his strength.
And that's what I'm saying. It's still, even though he was president for 4 years, people still don't look at him as I know I don't. I just see him as like, I know he's president, but I see him as like something else. Like, I don't know what
I think that first 4 years you can tend to like teething for him because he didn't expect to win. And I think once he got in, he's like, what do I do? And that's why his first cabinet was like all over the place, and he was constantly firing people and getting replacements and that. This time round, he's ready. He knows what he wants. He knows what he wants to do. And as I said, I reckon the second that he takes the oath of office, he's like, let's go. Work starts now. Let's go. And that's going to be really, really good. There's something else I'm going to say about the Democratic Party, but I can't remember.
I didn't know I was muted the whole time. Sorry.
Sorry. Because you're looking at you.
I want to see him go back to North Korea.
Oh, yeah.
I want to see him go back to North Korea and skateboard with Kim Jong-un. Where's that picture?
I think I was going to say the other thing I had a problem with the Democrats, especially during, even after the Trump was out, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about the man in the chair. You respect the oath, the office of the president, and they never did. And that's the thing that really irritates me about them. They're constantly yammering on about it. Oh, he's this and he's that. And it's like, but you didn't respect him as president. It's like you don't care.
This is a great picture right here of Kim Jong-un showing Donald Trump his skateboard bowl, and Donald Trump's about to drop in on that thing. You know?
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's about to skateboard in North Korea. That's a real picture, by the way.
I taught Tony Hawk everything he knew. Tony Hawk owes his entire career to me.
There's nothing fake about that picture. Clearly. You can't see any Photoshop at all. Look at that. That's clearly not a tech deck.
That's pretty cool.
I love it. I love it, man. I want to see him go back to North Korea. Did Biden never go there? No. And then when Trump went there, that people are like, What's he doing out there? You know, I'm like, well, hey, maybe we should be in good standing with evil people so they don't shoot us. I always had, okay, Tony, smaller example of this. I'm not the biggest guy in the world. You know, I'm an average size man. I'm not short, but I'm not like a tall guy. Some people think I'm tall when they see me on here. I'm not tall. I'm just an average size man. I'm taller than Joe Rogan. I'll say that. But, where was I going with this? Dude, I totally lost my train of thought.
Height, size.
What was I going with?
You're saying that you're not at all. You're not
right before that, though.
I don't know. I completely blanked on it.
Yeah, me too.
We were talking about Trump with the photo and saying that Biden never went to North Korea.
That's true. I have no idea what I was relating that to. I'll probably watch this back later and be like, yeah. Or I'll think of it in 1 minute. But I don't remember what the height thing was about there at all. I had a point to that. I did have a point. No idea. It's been a long show.
Sorry.
It's been a long show. No idea what that was about.
No, I'm looking at
I had a point. I definitely had a point. Unfortunately, that's gone. Tony, did we watch the we didn't watch this yet. We didn't watch this yet, bud. The Pokemon cards.
Oh no, that's right. Yeah. You found the video, I think.
Yeah, I did. Hand of Seed says, "What are your opinions on the Hegelian dialectic?" I have no idea what.
I don't really have an opinion on it. I never really thought much about it.
I've heard the term.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Let's search it.
It's a method of argument using contradiction between the opposing sides. I don't really know much about it, unfortunately.
I'm about that. No, I get it. Let me share this. No, I kind of get where it's going. It says, the Hegelian dialectic is a method of argument that uses a process of contradiction between opposing sides to reach a more sophisticated understanding. I get that. I totally get where that's going. I see that it's like you have to have two extremes to reach a middle ground, but only if both sides are willing to meet in the middle and make things work. You know what I mean? Like, that's the problem. And I'm not an expert on this. Says the dialectic begins with a thesis really, or an assertable proposition. The thesis is opposed by an antithesis. Some people are just contradictory, you know?
Yeah.
But I get what it's going for. I totally get that. And that's why you see, I think that's a fancy term for saying we see the pendulum swing sometimes from liberal to conservative to, you know, political sides, and why Obama was so famous for years and now Trump's famous now. It's like a pendulum swings. And I think the Hegelian dialectic would be sort of a just that pendulum. Am I wrong?
Would
it ever stop?
Sure, really.
Well, it's never going to stop. In my opinion.
The pendulum will keep swinging back and forth. That's
it's never going to stop.
It's physics, but yeah.
I think I'm accurate on that. I think I nailed that one. Normally I'm not right about stuff, but I think I'm right about that one.
If we're close to this or not.
Let me read a few comments here. Peter says, aren't they set to hit the debt ceiling on day one? Yes. They set him up. They set Trump up for that. Yellen says Treasury will use extraordinary measures on January 1st to prevent hitting debt ceiling. I mean, and he goes, in one of her last acts as Treasury, Janet Yellen says her Treasury Secretary, Janet Yellen says her agency will start taking extraordinary measures or special accounting maneuvers intended to prevent the nation from hitting the debt ceiling. Does that seem like a coincidence? No, Steven Crowder was talking about this actually. I was watching Steven Crowder talking about this, and speaking of Steven Crowder,
maybe you can all sit around some coffee house in Lower Manhattan and celebrate how f***ing smart you all are.
Let me tell you, son, you are God's greatest mistake.
Steven Crowder's been hitting it out of the park lately. And yeah, that's where I heard about that for the first time was from Steven Crowder. And it is weird. It does seem like there's some setups. Like it seems like the deep state, they don't like Trump, and they're doing what they can, And going back to the whole video, we watched that guy saying that that Biden didn't even know what he was signing. We don't know who's been running the country for the past 4 years. We really don't. That's scary. I think that's why, Tony, we are so excited about Trump taking office, is because we might get a little bit of clarity, on what's going on. I think that's why Americans are happy, because there's been a fog, dude. And if Trump, dude, I hope Trump's telling the truth, but he said on day one, we're going to get disclosure on a lot of things. That's what he said. That's what he said, and that's what scares me about tomorrow's inauguration a little bit.
Yeah.
Hopefully
it'll go smooth.
Let's check out this video real quick, Tony.
Is this the Pokemon battle?
No, we'll watch that in a minute. We're on a subject. I do want to watch that though, for sure.
Yeah, no, that's all good.
I do want to watch that video, and I'll keep it up. But I want to watch this while we're on the subject. Hans Zimmer live. That'd be cool. But anyways, there's an ad for Hans Zimmer live, dude. I'd go to that. But anyways, this is from Heavy Duty Country. We're not going to watch the whole video, but I was watching this earlier, and I found it interesting.
The inauguration is coming up here very shortly, and I got to tell you, I don't feel good about it. The fact that Trump already had an assassination attempt on him, and I mean, I'm still blown away by the entire thing. I mean, it was an inch from killing him. Only explanation is God wants him in the White House, in my opinion.
So does anybody wonder whatever happened to Chuck Norris? I recently saw a video he made, and I was legitimately impressed. He's in his 80s.
This is an ad, I believe. I like that he's talking about Chuck Norris, though. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Chuck Norris is
awesome. Pretty wild. Why don't we go over this first?
Breaking news regarding President Trump. President Trump's Inauguration Day parade is no longer taking place outdoors and is now going to be indoors due to quote-unquote cold weather. Americans are now concerned and worried because is there another reasoning that they're not telling us? Why out of nowhere is this event going to be taking place indoors? Inauguration Day is always in January. Every single president ever has had Inauguration Day in January besides Ronald Reagan. What else happened to Ronald Reagan? Something very similar to President Trump. So what's going on? A lot of people are very concerned about this. I seriously want to know your guys' opinions on this because I'm very concerned about this. Saw the news and the way just they worded it, the way they're having press conferences about it, it's almost like, something is up. Someone knows something, and I'm not it's not sitting right with me. I believe that the inauguration should be how it normally is, outdoors. And, if you have to put glass containers around the president to protect him, by all means, go ahead and do that.
If I was Trump, I would be in a glass bubble. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But look at this. Look at this. Look at this. No, this is. I wish I had a better video. No, here it is. Here it is. I got it right here. Actually, I have it right here. Check this out. If I was Trump, I would be like in a bulletproof vest all the time, and I would be behind glass all the time. And this scares me, dude. Look how he entered his last rally tonight. He comes down from the pretzel stand.
Yeah.
Hold on. How do I exit out of that? Because I don't want to play the music. Here we go. Look, watch this, dude. Dude, anyone with a plastic spork shaved down could have jabbed him. Could have shanked him, you know?
Yeah. I do respect his moxie, just going, oh, I'm not going to change.
I do love that. I do.
Yeah.
I mean, they did change because they're going indoors. But
Oh, look,
this
I
man
don't have
is
a problem.
so.
I don't have a problem with that at all.
If I had been shot at twice,
Yeah. Oh, look, I mean, there were 2 attempts, and I mean, that was during before the election. It's like, yeah, this isn't like he's already been elected successfully with no incident. It's like, yeah, I wouldn't risk it either.
we talked about this. Me and you have talked about this on Hoffcast. Like, it's not over that he's elected.
What is it? It's the mall heading up to the Capitol building is so open. It's just ridiculous.
I'd be wearing one of those green army helmets, you know, and
oh man, yeah, he should be in Kevlar.
But look at the balls on this man. He wants to be with his people. He's the mayor of the people. Clearly, every liberal who thinks this guy is not a man of the people, you're an idiot. You're free. He loves people. He loves attention. He's narcissistic. He loves his ego.
Yeah.
He loves people because people love him. It's not hard to see that. You know what I mean, Tony? Like, I don't get why people don't understand that part of Trump. It's like, oh, he doesn't care about you. He says that he's a rich guy. He doesn't care about you. Yeah, maybe he doesn't, but he does love the attention. He loves people because they give him attention. And I'm right about that. And anyone who wants to fight me over it, let's go fight. But I'm right about that.
He's got confidence out the wazoo. It's what you want out of a leader. You want someone who can get up and actually talk. Regardless, like, I mean, sometimes he does come across as like, incoherent and what are you talking about? And then by the end of it, he's like, okay, now I know what you're talking about.
He ties it back around, much like me.
Yeah, he does get to the point.
I tie it back around most of the time.
Yeah.
If you give me enough time and you stick around with what I'm saying, I always tie everything back around, except for that last time that I said I forgot what my train of thought was. That was the only time on Hoffcast in 5-6 years that I ever forgot what I was trying to say. That's a joke, you know. Anyways, Peter says it's possible to control who is in attendance and what they're carrying at an indoor event.
Agreed.
Like that. An outdoor setting is much less controllable. Absolutely.
100%
Absolutely,
agree.
that's true. And not only that, but dude, you want to get like real conspiratorial? People are like, well, what if they fly some of those Chinese drones or wherever they're from over the inauguration? And what if those drones have, pew-pews on them? You know what I mean? Like, it's a whole different game. Who is this in the chat?
The tragic
hottie. Hoff. Haven't seen you since high school, man. Who are you? Give me your first name. That's interesting. If you're someone I know from high school, give me your first name. That'd be cool. But I can't tell. Your picture's too small for me to see you. I apologize, brother. But if you know me from high school, cool. Don't know how you found me. If I haven't seen someone since high school and they're watching me right now, that's insane. That's absolute insanity.
That's pretty cool.
And that they would know who I am. Also, that they would know that, because I didn't go by Hoff in high school at all. That was not my name in high school. Hoff is my name, but I did not go by that. I think my Tony. I'm gonna make music soon, right? I think I'm gonna go by J Hoff.
J-Hoff.
I think that's pretty sick. I do. I said Goshen. I don't think Goshen's good enough for the music that I'm gonna make. I don't think it's good enough.
There you go. Is he not?
Says Jeff. Well, I'm not gonna ask for your last name. I don't remember a Jeff from high school. Jeff. I don't remember a Jeff from high school. I have to think about it, man. You don't have to put your last name up there, but it would help. But I
To
don't.
be fair, I've forgotten a lot of people's names. So
Yeah, I apologize. Did you go to River Valley? Did you go, Jeff? Did you go to River Valley? He said I was horny as hell back then, man. Yeah, well, I still am. Me too. I'm still horny now. I was horny then. I was told that when I got in my mid-30s, I would lose my libido, and that's not the case. In fact, I think this guy is a. I think what we're going to do is going to ban user and delete comments because I don't think this is a real person. There we go. That's what we did with that. That person didn't know me from high school.
That was disturbing.
Yeah. That person did not know me. I didn't know anyone named Jeff from high school. I didn't go to high school. Jeff was not a name that was in my high school. There were a lot of Ryans. You know what I mean? A lot of Ryans. If you would have said Ryan, I would have been like, which one?
Which one?
You know? But Jeff, no, I didn't know any Jeffs. So.
Yeah, God.
A lot of Ryans, a lot of Ashleys, a lot of Brittany's. It's Brittany, bitch.
Oh wow.
That's one of those you gotta watch. Now, Tony, now's the time. We're gonna watch the Pokemon video.
Pokemon Biff.
Did you notice my my picture over here?
Which one? Oh, that. Yeah.
That's
really
Doc
cool.
Brown.
Yeah.
And Marty McFly.
That looks like it's from like hundreds of years ago.
Well, it was. And that's the clock, you know. That's the clock that was on the clock tower. Save the clock tower! Save the clock tower! You know, she jingled the coins.
Yeah.
I love Back to the Future.
It's a great trilogy.
Tater Salad says, "Hey, yo, Tony, love the Major League poster, dog. What poster?"
Rest in peace, Bob Uecker.
Tater Salad, yes. Yes.
Yeah, rest
This
in
has
peace,
been
Bob Uecker.
the ongoing joke between me and Tony for years is that a Major League poster behind you?
It was a shitty week, really. Like we lost David Lynch and Bob Uecker in the same week.
Dang, dude. Yeah, I saw that. Masked Beach Bum. He's not masked in his picture, but it says Wyatt here. What's up, Wyatt? How you doing? We're going deep into the night, Tony. We're getting some viewers here.
Into the night.
I like the nightlife, baby.
Freaks come out at night.
Freaks come out at night.
Come on.
Let's watch these Pokemon people.
Pokemon battle.
Let's watch this. Supposed adults go insane over the new Pokemon cards at Costco. We bring the boom. That's what we do. We bring the boom. That's what we do. We're going to have to watch that.
Do not run! No running!
There's an Asian woman telling Pokemon card fans to not run.
It's not a swimming pool.
Dude, look at that. Dude, Masked Beach Bum loves you, Tony. And Hologram says, dude, you got big fans here on Hoffcast. Tony, you got huge fans here on Hoffcast. Look at this.
But I do love Major League as well. It's one of my favorite comedies.
Tony, you got fans here on Hoffcast, brother. How cool is that?
Well, thank you.
Anyways,
yes.
Peter says, I love a real life. No, he didn't say I love it. A real life Pokemon battle. It is.
No running!
The irony.
No running!
Is this not Pokemon Go? Don't they want people to run?
To the trolley.
Pokemon Go to the polls, as Hillary said.
Oh
my god. Híjole.
Wow.
Can you believe this, Tony? Can you believe that? Dude, this is what Black Friday used to be. We thought Black Friday was over. It's not. Pokemon cards, they brought Black Friday back, basically. Like, can you believe it, dude? Pokemon cards, dude. I was 11 when they came out. I mean, they probably came out a little bit earlier, but I was very young, and they're still around. Tony, what? You work at a comic shop. Do you sell cards there?
We do. I don't have Pokemon. Oh, we do. No, we do have some Pokemon cards, but they're sort of like graded and stuff. But yeah, it's we never had people doing this.
Mass Beach Bum says, I hate Black Friday. I've never been out to one ever in my life. I've worked on them a couple times, but I've never willingly went out on Black Friday to go get something. Taylor Salad says she sounds like a lifeguard at a swimming pool.
She does.
No running.
No running.
Frozen Carl, what's up? I love the name. Frozen Carl, that's great. I cannot believe this. What has our country become? I mean, they're really I mean, I cannot believe this is Black Friday again. Like Costco is starting to run the world, by the way. Costco is winning. We'll watch the Costco guys here in just a second, and we'll get into that.
Yeah, but it's just trading cards. It's like, what?
Mass Beach Bum says, thoughts on LA fires. Brother, I'm glad you're here, but I have done a lot on that already, like a lot. So there's a lot you can go back and watch on my opinions on that. But I've already, I did my last episode last Sunday. The entire episode was about the LA fires. And I'd say a good portion of this one was as well. You know what I mean? So, but I appreciate you being here, Masked Beach Bum. But yeah, if you want to hear my opinions, I think I've already said them, and I don't want to reiterate right now. They're on record. Frozen Carl, I love that name. Cannot believe this. What has our country become? Love it. Quick thoughts, just to not disrespect you, Masked Beach Bum. I think it was mismanaged. Unlike Bill Burr, I believe it was mismanaged. What do you think, Tony?
Agreed. Absolutely.
I believe it was mismanaged.
Do not run! No running! No running!
Dude, look at all the TVs. Dude, they did the shuffle run. You know what I'm talking about? Like, there's that point between walking and running where you do a shuffle, and that's what's going on here. And then they see the person in the front, they sprint because they hear the shuffling behind them. It becomes a whole game of what is it, Hunger Games, Game of Thrones, the Squid Games. It's all kinds of games. Why are there these shows about games? I don't know.
Oh my god.
Knock the TV down.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they don't care.
Equally.
Dude, the one guy in the front just straight up got his and walked out. Let's go back 5 seconds. Watch him. He is the winner.
Oh
the one guy
God.
won it all. Look. Where's he at? We'll see the winner. Right there. That guy's the winner. Look at him. He's got 2 boxes. And he walks right out. This guy right here is the winner of it all. Look at him. He got his shit and he walked out. And he didn't fight nobody. Imagine that, man.
That's just nuts.
Mass Beach Bum says, how big are the TVs in your guys' house? I got a 55-inch. I used to have a 60-inch, and it went bad. And then I decided to go with a 55. I like it better. It fits my
it doesn't need to be that big.
Viewpoint better. Bigger is not always better.
No, especially if it's in a small room.
Yeah. So 55-inch, I think, is a good home size, you know.
Yeah.
And
Very.
Samsung's great. Samsung, this TV, I don't like Samsung necessarily, but this one's been treating me pretty well. I like it a lot. It seems to be very intuitive with what I'm doing. Thing is, Tony, the weird thing about this, it's weird timing because I kind of wanted to get back into Pokemon cards. You know, I showed you. I was like, putting all my cards together. Now I see this. I'm like, I don't want to get back into Pokemon now.
I don't be associated with those maniacs.
Definitely don't want to get back into it now. I think it's a bad time.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of like Pokemon and Nintendo and stuff, what do you think about the Switch 2? There's been a lot of controversy.
I don't know. I haven't really looked into it very much. I mean, I'm still happy with my Switch 1. So
before we get into that, this is wild. Tater Salad says, how y'all feel about Vizio? I don't know what their quality is like now, but my first flat screen ever was a Vizio, and it's still in my bedroom. I still use it. It's still in my bedroom. It's old school flat screen. It's thick as a brick, but Vizio's not bad at all, for sure. Like I don't know what they're like now. You might have to look them up. They're on the cheaper end, you know, but mine's held up for many years. I'm like,
cheap doesn't mean bad.
It wasn't like the cheapest. Like I worked at Sears, and I know what the cheapest was. It was like Seiko and stuff, you know. Do you remember plasma TVs, dude? Plasma?
Yeah, I never had one.
They were heavy.
Yeah, it was all glass. They had heavy glass and the liquid all inside and all
that. Then the pixels would go out quite often.
Yeah.
Mass Beach says, can I have it? Oh, you still use it? Never mind.
You had to keep them upright too. You couldn't lie them down.
No, dude, the shipping for it, dude, I would charge you for shipping, and the shipping is more expensive than the price of the TV. But yeah.
Turtle, get it. You should get Turtle.
What is up, Turtle? Why don't you stop by, brother? I'll put the invite in for you, man. If you want to come by, I'll put the invite in for Turtle. Love to see you. I haven't seen you in a long time. If you don't want to come by live, you can wait till we go backstage. You can come by. That's fine. But you know, Peter says the cost of shipping this beast from Northern Canada would be more than just buying new. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Shipping.
TVs aren't even that expensive anymore. I got this TV because of Zens. The pouches. I got one in right now. I got enough points to get a TV. And Tater Salad's asking, "Are you an Aussie?" Tony, I'll let you answer that.
Yes, I am.
How could you tell?
It's my terrible accent. Also wearing a Queensland t-shirt.
Tony you're on the upper part of it, right?
Yeah, I'm in the state on top. on the East Coast.
Google Maps one time and looked at Australia. And it's like it looks like a donut. It's like green all around the outside, and then the outback's just kind of like core in the middle that no one goes. You know?
Yeah, most of the population lives around the edge.
Hell yeah, Zins. Fresh buck of 6. You know it, dude. 6 milligrams. If you're doing 3 milligrams, you're gay.
Take it out, but you can't put it back in.
Dude, I'm gonna find that right now. I'm gonna find it.
Zen's ads are so good.
I'm gonna find it right now.
Kangaroo Jack. I've never actually watched it.
What is Kangaroo Jack? What is that?
It's a movie. It's got oh God, I can't remember who's in it. It's a CGI kangaroo. But yeah, I think oh God, what's his name? I can't remember. But I've never actually seen it.
I'm gonna get to my favorites. Favorite brand of frozen pizza? What do you think about that, Tony?
I don't know if I have the same ones in this country as you do.
Well, I mean, that doesn't make it not
I generally make my
valid.
own rather than frozen ones.
So if I'm going rich, I'll go with DiGiorno. If I'm going rich, but if I'm not, if I'm on a budget, I'll go Tombstone or Red Baron for sure. And I think Red Baron's really good. Tombstone's kind of dropped on quality, but if you want to go real cheap, Tony's is speaking of Tony's is always the way to go if you want to go real cheap. Yeah.
I'm really cheap.
Charles says Red Baron. Yep. Stuffed crust pieces from DiGiorno. Yeah, of course. Yeah. For sure. No doubt at all about that. I don't even know how to find my favorites on Instagram, so I don't know if I'm going to even show that now, but
That's all good. So good. Oh God.
Everything's so confusing.
Now I want to eat a Tombstone pizza and watch Tombstone.
I mean, dude, you can do both at the same time.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
Mass Beecham says, I knew I liked you guys. Well, subscribe. Make sure you're subscribed to the show and you hit the thumbs up button, man. I'd appreciate that. I like you too. Tater Salad says, is it weird that I cook mine on the grill? No, grilled pizza is amazing. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
Cook it how you want to.
It's not weird.
Who cares what other people think?
It's not weird at all. Anyways, Tony,
put an air fryer if you want.
We got so many new viewers. If you're watching new right now, I don't know what's going on. Make sure you're subscribed. If you like the show and you want to watch more, and hit the thumbs up and come back. I'll probably be live in the morning for Trump's inauguration. I might have to get my ass up early in the morning and do it. I might have to.
Get your ass to Mars.
Yeah. Sound like the Mars. Get your ass to Mars.
Get your ass to Mars.
Freedom.
Screw your freedom.
Cheers. Look, making friends in the chat. I love it. Cheers to Turtle. Yeah, cheers to Turtle. Turtle's a long time boss.
Is the man. He is the man.
Turtle is the man.
I will admit, Master Beachbum, I am a monster. I'm quite partial to pineapple on pizza.
Me too. I love it. I don't like pineapple, but I like pineapple on pizza. I'm the weirdest man alive.
I love pineapple juice. I love everything about pineapple.
Hologram says, I'm going to the inauguration. Good luck. Stay safe.
Yeah,
Stay
absolutely.
safe, holograms. And I hope you have a great time there.
Yeah, absolutely.
I hope you have fun, more than anything else.
History.
Absolutely. Be witnessing history. Terry Salad said, my friends say I'm self-conscious about my frozen pizza cooking habits. I say you are, because you asked me tonight. And I don't think you need to worry about it. As long as you enjoy it, as long as you like your pizza and you're not getting raw, you're not eating raw pizza, then do whatever you want. Whatever your tastes, whatever you like. Don't feel bad about it,
It's no one else.
Don't feel bad. As long as you're eating safe, healthy. No, not healthy. It's not healthy, but as long as you're eating it safe, it's good. Hologram says, thanks, guys. Much love. Red wave, bud. Red America. You know what I'm going to do? I forgot to do this earlier.
Oh, he's got the hat.
The MAGA hat's on.
Nice.
The MAGA hat, dude. And this is an original MAGA hat from 2020. This is the boat style with the this is not the new one. I like the new ones. They got bigger text on the front and they got the 45 and 47 and Trump. This is the original, brother. This is the original Trump hat. This is the boat style. Like if you're on a yacht, it's got the cord on the front. And of course, if you're wondering, you're like, oh, Hoff, is that made in China? Is that hat made in China? No, it's not. No, it's not. Made
America,
in America, brother. No, it's not made in China. And all the libtards love to be like, oh, the Trump hats are made in China. No, they're not. They're not. If you're an idiot and you buy one from China, then yeah, you're part of the problem. But if you're smart like me and you buy it from Trump, you get the nice green bill. Dude, look at that. Look at the quality of this, dude. Fantastic. This is the old school old style Trump hat. They don't even make these anymore. They don't even make them anymore, brother. It's beautiful. Here says Foster's is gas. Not gonna lie, Foster's is not Australian, but I do love it.
We
This is Australian for beer. But
we export it, but we don't drink it.
Hologram says I'm dark MAGA. I wanted one of these dark MAGA hats, dude. These look really cool, but I did not get one. The black on black because I don't like Elon. We know that. I'm not a big fan of Elon. I'm just not. But because I'm scared of Elon, right, Tony? Are you not scared of Elon Musk? A little bit.
Look, I don't need chips implanted in my body and stuff like that. And don't care about rockets and
the rocket come down. It hugged it. It hugged that rocket, and I said, Elon, that's the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life. I said, Elon, that rocket came down. It hugged that rocket. I said, Elon, that's the most amazing thing. Beautiful.
But yeah, as I said, I'm curious to see his division clean house.
I said, First Lady, you gotta come in here. Watch this rocket. First Lady. I love when he does that. Melania's gonna be First Lady again, by the way. She's hot as hell. I love Melania. She's hot as hell.
Apparently, she's suing The View as well.
We're gonna have a hot First Lady again. That's pretty exciting for America.
Yeah.
I mean, she's gorgeous. She's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, she's pretty smart too.
Oh my gosh, Mass Beach. No hate, but they say the N word in Australia.
Not really.
No, they say cunt a lot though.
We do. But that's just being polite.
What is the population percentage of black people in Australia? Is it high? I wouldn't imagine it's not high in America.
I'm not really sure about the split, but let's see if we can work that out.
I mean, it's a good percentage, but it's not like, you know what I mean.
Let's have a look.
By the way, once again, I want to thank you guys for watching right now. I really do appreciate everyone watching. Hoffcast is going to be a quality show from here on out. So if you like the show tonight, make sure you subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and you stay tuned because I'm going to be doing a lot more content from here on out. We got this thing kind of figured out, Tony, right? Did I kind of get it figured out after months and months and months? Do I have this thing figured out a little bit?
Oh, look, it always takes a bit of time.
So much trial and error, man, of trying to get to tonight. I feel like unless I go back and watch this and I hate it, I feel like I'm the most confident about this show than I've ever been of any Hoffcast I've ever done before. Really, I really think this was the best quality, and I hope it is. Maybe I'll go back and I'll be like, ah, shit, something's wrong. But
so apparently 85 to 90% of us are white.
That makes sense. That's why.
And that's breaking down to just European, like Dutch, Greek, Italian, Irish.
Briscoe Rob, what's up? Said always envisioned ultrasonic waves that destroy incoming ammunition. Very cool. See you later, protective glass. Oh, geez. So he's talking. Briscoe Rob's going pretty deep with his interpretation of advanced technologies that the government may have to take someone down is where he's going. And Briscoe Rob's a long time watcher. Yeah. He's a boss. He's wrenched up there. And what he's saying is that even if Trump is behind protective glass, there might be some other issues where they can. But if they did that, Briscoe Rob, if they did that, would they not be revealing their hands? Am I making a point? They'd be revealing their hands. They'd be saying that we have this technology. Not just that. We've gotten to a point where they can do whatever they want, really. And they can just pretend it didn't happen. Or like Trump got shot in the ear. He almost got assassinated. And they just that's not a big news story. So I don't know, man. I don't know.
Sorry, I was just laughing at Turtle going, I say February with a hard R.
What's up?
Oh, it was a response to does Australia say the N-word? And Turtle just says, I said February with a hard R.
Well, there it is. That's a great joke. That is a great joke.
Really good.
What is up with Wednesday, Tony? Wednesday? What's up with that thing?
Don't know. It has to be different, doesn't it?
Well, every day of the week has to do with something like like Sunday is like the day of the sun, Monday's the day of the moon, and then Thursday is like Thor's day. I can't remember them all, but every day has like some sort of like astrological meaning or like some sort of God meaning or something to it. You know, Saturday is Saturn Day, obviously, which is weird because the Saturn worship is, I've been over this many times on Hoffcast, but Saturn worship is weird because Saturn, for some reason, Luciferians and Satan worshipers worship Saturn. Saturn, Satan, Saturn. They're similar words, you know, Satan, Saturn. I know you think I'm sounding crazy right now, but I'm not crazy. And when it comes to Saturn, it's got that black cube on the top, which is, it aligns directly with a lot of, I'm gonna say it, Jewish doctors. You know,
Can't say what sort of doctor he was.
yeah, but as a Jewish doctor, I'm just saying, like, all of this stuff seems to boil down to like, Tony, I really think we are living in some sort of terrarium that is controlled by people who want to control us, and they think that's best for our health and our well-being. Meanwhile, they're profiting off of us. It's like an alien ant farm. But
that's right where my head went.
Yeah, it's kind of a prison planet. I like that. I love the idea. I don't love the idea. I love the conspiracy theory of the prison planet because it makes so much sense. It's like we are just like what if the whole lie about where we live is to keep us down? You know, man. I think that's where it spawns from, because humanity is so much greater than what they're allowing us to be. Wealth and dude, I don't believe in scarcity, Tony. I don't believe that we don't have enough on this planet to survive. I think it's being controlled to a point where they limit us. So we have to abide by them in order to make our lives work. And that it's a scary mentality to be in, but I mean, that's where we're at, dude. And I think that's why people are happy about Trump becoming president, because we might not feel so much like being in that ant farm, even though we still are, even though we definitely still are, you know? What do you think, Tony?
Oh, look, I mean, it's as good as theory as anything else these days. I mean, I don't know. It's one of those things. The older I get, the less faith I have in a lot of stuff that I've been taught over the years. So,
same, man.
Yeah, it's like it's just I don't know. It's one of those. It's hard to sort of fathom a lot of the time too.
Terrasal says, what about the Jews? Well, dude, I don't have a problem with Jews. I'm not anti-Semitic. No. If you want to talk about like the real stuff, though, Jews have deep lineage that go way back through monetary systems, including federal banks and Switzerland. And whenever you can control that much of the money, you can easily control people. You know what I mean? And I think that's where a lot of people get that stereotype that the Jews run the world, which might or might not be true. But I don't have any hate for Jews, period. None. Because I don't think like all Jews are like that. You know what I mean, Tony? Like you'd have to be ignorant. You have to be an ignorant bastard to paint a broad stroke over everybody all the time. That's where the label of racism comes from and everything like that. You're an ist, or ism, or whatever. No, I don't like to paint a broad stroke over anybody. I do know that there are some stereotypes that are legitimate and they're there for a reason. They would not exist if it weren't some truth to it. It's like they say, like, there's some truth to every joke, you know? And so I do believe that Jews do control a lot of money. I mean, I don't believe that. I know that. I don't believe it. I know that Jews control a lot of money. And when you control money, you control power.
Yeah.
But that's not to say that every Jew controls money.
No.
So I hope that makes it clear where I'm standing on that.
I agree.
I had a Jewish buddy for a short time. He was kind of weird. He felt like I felt like he, as a Jew, didn't feel comfortable hanging out with my friend group because we're Trump supporters and whatnot. And we did not have a problem with him. And he would say, like, I'm not like a legit Jew. I'm not like that. I'm like, dude, you don't have to say that to me. You're good. And he was chill. He's a hockey fan. I mean, his last name was Silver. I mean, that's like, dude, the jokes are just there. Like, he's a Jew with the last name Silver.
Yeah.
It's like he's almost there. He's not gold. It's not Goldberg or Goldstein or, you know.
Yeah. Goldblatt.
But he's a good dude. He was a very good dude. And I hope he's doing well. I'd like to get a hold of him again soon, to be honest with you, because he was a really nice guy. And again, like, I don't like painting broad strokes over people because I don't think that's fair to anybody. I don't like the liberals saying that every white person is a Nazi or a racist. Like, even though they're white, 90% of them are white. But they're saying
the irony is lost on them.
the irony is strong for sure. Yeah. But I don't like that. So, you know, I don't like to do that to other people. It's not fair. It's not fair to people. You know. But there is always truth behind stereotypes.
Sure. But racism. Sweeping statements are not helpful.
Chat, Jew adjacent then. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's a Jew. And he's not Jew adjacent, he's a Jew. But I like Jew adjacent for his silver and gold. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, good dude though. I mean, like, Jews aren't evil inherently, man. It's like, it's bloodlines. And I had this conversation with my mom recently, and man, it kind of woke me up a little bit. My mom, I don't agree with my mom on everything. In fact, 9% things. I was like, Mom, I'm not sure about the Jews. And she's like, I was like, I know Jesus was a Jew. She goes, Jews are the chosen people. We're not Jewish. My family's not Jewish at all. My mom is arguing on behalf of the Jews, saying the Jews are the chosen people. And that's what the Bible says. And I'm like, man, I don't know, dude. I don't know. What do you think? Like, how can Jews be the chosen people? Are they really? Like, is that why they have so much control, allegedly? This is a deep conversation. I'm sorry.
I mean, that's all Testament stuff too. But that's why the Torah is basically the Old Testament. But yeah, New Testament is not really about that at all. It's about everybody.
I like that. That. Carla Hernandez. What's up? Says, look up the 7-part code, medieval Jew laws. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Carla. That seems like a deep dive I would like to get into. That seems like something fun.
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
Man, that also evil. Sounds evil. Medieval Jews?
Evil.
Tony, medieval Jews? Like, do they have the Iron Maidens? You know, imagine the torture devices.
Iron Maiden, excellent.
Tony, look at this. Terra Salad says Tony is the chosen one. You know it. It's the Highlander.
Oh no, I'd hate to be immortal.
Tony's the Highlander, brother.
I mean, I love the movie, but I hate to be immortal.
Well, Tony, I think we're gonna wrap this up, man.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
cool with you?
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's your show.
I've been on. I didn't expect this show to go this
Well,
long.
3.5 hours nearly.
But it went very long, yes. And the reason I went so long is because I obviously had a lot of viewers throughout, and I was
a
very
lot of new
happy
ones
with
in
my
the
show
last
tonight. So I was
hour.
having a good time with it.
Hmm.
I had a very good time with the show tonight. And yeah, before we wrap this up, let's show this last one here. And let me tell you, it's my favorite big booty Latina, AOC. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of have a crush on her a little bit. If she wasn't so freaking stupid, she's kind of cute, you know. But her voice is so annoying, and she's like a 30. How old is she? She's like 30. I don't know, 28, 30. I don't know how old is she. Let's look it up real quick.
I don't know. That's a great one, Peter. That's really good. Peter just put up a.
She's 35. She's my age.
Wow, you should date her.
Hey, maybe, Tony, I could change the world by dating AOC and turning her to the light side. You know,
could do it.
But right now, this is what we have. She says America is living in fascism now.
Well, we are on the eve of an authoritarian administration. This is what 21st century fascism is starting to look like. Republicans really model themselves after Orban's Hungary. And so you can look to see how Viktor Orban runs Hungary.
She heard about that yesterday, by the way. Yesterday.
My brain is
hurting. To get a taste of how they will try to govern and control media and companies in the United States. And
dude, I thought my content was bad. I thought I had to be like, you know, like when Tony, I've told you, we talk about this all the time. The quality of my content, when I think it's bad and I think that I do a bad show, and we got like a representative out here doing this.
This is kind of an entree to that. As far as what we do, you know, this is a time of experimentation. A lot of people will still use platforms, can still use platforms, but I also look towards places where you have more ownership as well and develop your audiences there. Like Blue Sky, you own your audiences at protocol. Decentralized protocol, newsletters, email. Well,
okay, that's it. That's
wow.
it. That's it.
Wow. That's
that was a lot of nothing. You know? There's a lot of
I think what should follow that is that meme from bloody Happy Gilmore. It's just like that is the stupidest thing I've ever.
We're all dumber now.
We're all dumber now. Listening to you.
You're awarded no points.
Oh my God,
and may God bless your soul.
God,
may God have mercy on your soul. You know.
Oh.
Yeah, Brisket Rob says too mental for me. Mass Beach Bump says I got a chance. Hologram says not my worst wank. Same Z's on that one. Not my worst wank. Same Z's. I will level with you on that for sure. For sure. Mass Beach says I want to hear her say my name just once. She probably does like one of them cameo things where you can pay her, you know, you probably do it. Yeah, you know, probably, or just talk about the Green New Deal on Twitter and she'll probably do it.
There you go.
Dang, Tony, we had so many people watching. We still have a lot of people watching right now.
Yeah, a lot of new people, yeah.
But I think it's a good time to end the show because I really got nothing left in the tank.
No,
and I think to continue would be a bad idea. for everybody involved. You know, how should we end the show?
I don't know. It's your call. It's your show.
That's true, but I just didn't know if I was forgetting something, you know.
I'd definitely like to thank all the people who've the new people as well that seem to join in the last hour or so. Hope you've enjoyed the content, and hopefully I haven't scared everybody away.
You have not, dude. We've got major viewership. I'll wrap the show up. There's the StreamYard link in the chat right now. If you're watching, if you want to come backstage, click that link. Hang out with me and Tony for a minute. I'll be up for a little bit. We're going to hang out in chat.
Get back
live,
here, Turtle.
Not live, but yeah, Turtle, if you're around or anyone, you're more than welcome to come hang out with us, and we'll have a good time. If not, then me and Tony will just hang out. We'll have a good time. We always do. But if you'd like to join us, then that's cool too. You're more than welcome to. I want to say hi to the chat before I head out. I don't always get to everybody. It's been a big chat tonight, but I'd like to say hey to everyone as much as I can before I head out. Jim, I wish Jim was here right now. He must be in bed, but Jim's a boss, an absolute boss to the fullest extent. We got Chris Big Buds. Big Buds is a boss as well, hardcore boss. I hope he's doing well in New Jersey. We got Outlaw Bill, Papa Cotton, Zombie Box Reviews, Tracy Benna. Thank you so much, Tracy. I love the name Tracy. Always like that name. I don't know why. I just like the name Tracy. Mr. Mackey. Awesome one. Dang, we had a lot of viewers tonight. Marco Esquendoles, my favorite name right there. I love Marco Esquendoles. It just rolls off the tongue.
It does.
Let's see. Hand of Seeds. Thank you so much. Hand of Seeds. I'm just showing comments quickly. I don't want to miss people. If I miss you, it's nothing personal. I promise. Nothing personal. Peter, what's up? Thank you, Peter. Been a while since I've done this. Tater salad, masked beach bum, holograms, new bosses, hopefully. Hopefully you stick around, you'll come back. Maybe we'll do something in the morning. Frozen Carl, hopefully you come back around. You subscribe to Frozen Carl. Appreciate you all so much. Briscoe Rob. Of course, Briscoe Rob. Pseudonoid, Turtles Toy Box. He's backstage right now. We'll be right with you, brother. I see you, man.
God, it's good to see him.
I see you, man. So let's... Turtle, do you want to come live right now or do you want to wait backstage? Give me a thumbs up or thumbs down. I can't see your thumb. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Okay, gotcha. Cool. So we'll go backstage with Turtle. He's here. But I want to thank you all for watching. This was a very fun Hoffcast. Let me take it all off, man, and talk to you real quick here. So this has been a very fun show. I've been leading up to this for so long to try to get this show together and all of my technology and everything to make this a fun, quality show for everyone who watches. So I think I may have achieved that tonight. I'm sure I'll find something that I didn't like about it, but I'm here to literally entertain you guys and hopefully bring you some information that you enjoy and that makes you think about things a little bit differently. So I want to thank you all again so much for being here tonight. What's up, Cash Ford? Yep. Gary, Indiana. Dude, this wouldn't have been a Hoffcast if not that comment. So thank you so much. I see you. I see you out there. But seriously, thank you all so much for being here tonight. Tony, any last words?
Remember Sundays, every Sunday, Hoffcast.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Sundays will be Hoffcast night from now on. I'm very excited about that. I appreciate you, Tony. Also, subscribe to Tony Nasser. Subscribe to his channel. Find his comments in there. And I'm sorry I didn't link you out there, man. I don't have the time for that right now or the energy.
All good.
But make sure you subscribe to Tony. He's like one of the best friends in the entire world. Seriously. I'm very happy to have Tony in my life. Briscoe Rob says, thank you guys. You're both very nice. Thank you, man. You're very nice for being here and leaving that comment. I'm trying to do something different with the show here. And I wanted to do conspiracy theory mixed with love. This is basically kind of what I want. And I want to achieve that. That's a goal of mine, is to figure things out in this world, but to accomplish love in the end, where we find out that it's not all about narcissism or looking out for yourself, but it's about looking out for others, whether you agree with them or not, or you love them or not. You should look out for others, because the reason the world sucks is because everyone's out for themselves.
Yeah.
Maybe you can all sit around some coffee house in Lower Manhattan and celebrate how f***ing smart you are.
All right, Hoff and Tony signing off. Love you guys. Don't take any wooden nickels. We'll see you soon on Hoffcast. Watch out tomorrow morning. Maybe I'll be around. See you guys. Peace. Tony.
Peace.